The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
And a pleasant good evening live from Valley High School. It's 6th Region semifinal action. I'm Chris Lamar along with Mark Evans. A great doubleheader tonight. Mercy and North Bullitt in the opener, followed by Whitefield and Valley. And this is a very evenly matched 6th Region, Mark.
Very much so. Butler was the favorite by far as if you look across every statistical factor. But bottom line is Whitefield found a way and got up to a big lead and was able to knock them off. So basically, it's for everybody. It was wide open.
A lot of storylines in this doubleheader tonight. We'll start with the opener, Mercy. They're the regular customer, and heck, you won it there in 2010. But they're 17-14 this year, and they're a little bit of a work in progress.
Very much so. Coach Cann does a great job. He came in a couple years ago one coach after Keith Bosch that did a fantastic job. And to be quite honest, the talent kind of dried up. But he's got a good group of young kids. A fantastic player there out there in North Bullitt, now coaching their flag football team, but went on to play at Bellarmine. So I think Katie's been working with her a lot, and she can score, and she can score often. She that 16 points. She's had several 20-point games this year, and she can definitely give the Jaguars some real problems.
Game 2 is Whitefield at 24-9 and Valley 27-5. And between these two teams, just a remarkable story. Whomever wins will have a chance to go to their first ever Sweet 16.
Yeah, I was able to do a game the other night with the Valley game where they defeated Moore. And this Coach Williams is just done a tremendous job. And he's got a great pedigree. He's worked under some great ones like Freddie Copus. He's been actually the principal at Valley and came back to take care of these kids. And last 2 years they won over 20 games. And they're riding the high right now, and they're enjoying every bit of it. But I'll tell you what, they're fun to watch. They'll get up and down. His idea was press on makes, press on misses, press them on the bench, press them any opportunity, get the most shots, and you might come out ahead. So that's his philosophy. As far as the Whitefield team goes, I was able to see them in the district finals against Mercy. They were very impressive and led Mercy pretty much through the first half, and then Mercy turned the game around by hitting some threes. But they're led by several really good players. One in particular, one of the best players I've seen out there. Their number 3, her name is, it's
Noelle Smith.
Noelle Smith. Yeah, she's a collegiate player without a doubt. So, we'll see. I think that Valley is going to make them play fast, but I think you're going to see some turnovers.
It's going to be so much fun tonight, Mark.
Yeah, I think so too. I think, with Whitefield, it's about tempo. With North Bullitt, it's about slowing the game down in tempo. With Mercy and with Valley, I think it's going to be up and down, trap, press, run, make things happen.
North Bullitt and Mercy. We will chat with the Eagles head coach, Chris Downey. Mark caught up with Coach, and we'll have that conversation for you in just a moment on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Bullitt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 male high graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com. Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit online at polorealestategroup.com.
3, 2, 1. Mark Evans here with Chris Downey, the head coach of the North Bullitt Eagles. And Coach, you won your district, which is always important, and it helps you usually in the draw. And you're playing really well at this time, I know, or seems to be playing really well. You played a good schedule. You've got an even record. So right now you throw all those things away and you come out and you're ready to go in this big regional game tonight. I do know you're familiar with Mercy. I know you played them a little bit earlier in the season, and I know you see them year in, year out. What's your thoughts about Mercy overall?
I think they're a really good team. They play small lineups particularly, and they just like to get up and down the floor, and they really shoot the three pretty well. So that'll be tough for us to guard. Okay. Okay, as far as you go tonight, like I said, you know, they do shoot the three, and I think their defense has gotten a little bit better lately. Absolutely. They seem to bring a little bit more energy to it. I think that's helped them a little bit. But as far as you guys go, what will you need to do really well tonight in order to be playing, I guess, on Saturday? I think we have to control the tempo of the game. The first time we played them, the first half, we did a great job of that. The second half kind of a little bit undisciplined defensively, and they were able to speed us up, and that's kind of the story of the second half. So. Well,
wish you the best, Coach. Like I said, I didn't know that was your sister, Katie, but I sure did enjoy watching her and watching her career through Bellarmine. And now I think she's coaching flag football, isn't she?
Yeah, she's ate up with it, too. I think they're going like 5 days a week. So,
yeah, well, I'll tell you what, she's a special one. So I'm sure in time they'll have a heck of a flag football team. She'll be taking everybody's players away out there.
Oh, I'm sure. So.
Okay, well, thank you, Coach. I appreciate it. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Today. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. with health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Not just blinds. Blinds direct, not just blinds.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the law offices of DeCamillis and Mattingly in Louisville. Our reputation is our trademark.
Tonight's broadcast is authorized by the 6th Region and Valley High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you so much for watching. Mark, let's take a look at tonight's Inside Look presented by our great partners at Blinds Direct. They've been serving Louisville for over 30 years, offering custom blinds, wallpaper, and more. You can visit blindsdirect.com or contact them at 502-266-0079. What stands out as we talk more about this Mercy team?
Okay, Chris, Mercy's playing well right now, but as far as taking care of tonight, number one, I think, is limiting number 20, which is Kylie Downing on the other team, touches in the half court. When she's got the ball in the half court and they can run their sets, she makes good things happen and she can flat score. Second one for the Jaguars tonight, need to bring the energy. Their defense has really been carrying them, so they have to bring the energy from the get-go on the defensive end, and they need to win the points off turnovers battle. That's going to be really important to them tonight. Also, they need to crash. They shoot a lot of threes, but, they shoot a good percentage, not a great percentage, so they miss a lot of threes. And something that's important is long rebounds. They really need to do a good job crashing the offensive boards and getting some second shots in there.
Jaguars playing well at the right time. They've won 6 straight. Now let's flip the script and detail North Bullitt for us.
Yeah, North Bullitt, Coach tells me tempo is going to be really important to them. But as far as the inside looks on them, what I saw by watching them play on tape, they really need to limit their turnovers. Last time they played this Mercy team, they had 27, and you just can't win many ball games with 27. They actually had the lead at the half. So they got to handle the pressure of Mercy as long as Mercy's doing what they need to do. The second thing is the defensive boards. Mercy does shoot a lot of threes. Those are usually deep rebounds, so that means deep blockouts, but they really need to dominate the defensive boards and not give Mercy second and third shots. The last one of all is win the second chance points battle. Mercy's not a very big team. They're a very small team. Last time they played, the tall post player for North Bullitt was out. She's back, and she's a good player. And, one thing they need to do is they need to get second and third shots against a smaller Mercy team so they're able to he'll stay with them on the scoreboard.
North Bullitt, no Sweet 16 appearances. They've been to one regional final. That was back in 2018 as the Eagles 16-17 taking on the Mercy Jaguars at 17-14. Nick Cann is in his 4th season as head coach of Mercy, and you'll hear his comments with our Mark Evans right after this pause on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville. You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Three, two, one. This is Mark Evans here with good friend Nick Cann, head coach of the Mercy Jaguars. And I guess, first of all, Coach, congrats on a district championship. I was out there, saw the game. Great game for you guys. Great second half in particular. You definitely seem to be playing at your best, and this is when you want to do it, definitely. What's your thoughts? I mean, I would say it's a turnaround. You've had a good season, but what's going on?
We've been working all year and figuring out best roles for kids and trying different things, and it kind of seems to have all come together at once. And honestly, it's just about the kids buying into what we're asking them to do. We've got some kids that are really bought in, and that they're watching film on their own. They're coming in with scouts. They're telling me things. I mean, it's been a real fun ride about for the last month or so.
Yeah, that's about ownership. When they have that ownership, makes everything better, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And they feel like that. I tell them, we're playing a lot of man-to-man, which is great. And so I'm giving them their matchups well in advance, and they're going in and watching their players, and they're picking up on tendencies and things that they can do, and and they're definitely taking ownership of that. And we've just had we've got all of them buy in, and it's not just the ones that have an on-court role right now, but it's also the ones that are on the bench that aren't in our regular rotation. It's really all 13 kids that we have are really bought into what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I think Kelsey calls that 25 strong or something like that out there at U of L. When you have the whole program buying in, from managers across the board through coaches, makes life fun.
And everybody says that, right? And it's like a cool thing to say.
Yeah.
And, I don't know how often it really happens in practice, but this group, it's happened, and you can tell in the scoreboard that it's happened. So it's just been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think you can tell the energy on the court.
Yeah.
I was really impressed with the energy that you brought on the court.
Yeah, and they bought into that.
Yeah.
They bought into that. We talked about that.
That was good. Well, with that being said, we're talking defense right now. In particular, it's a two-way street, but it seems to be your lifeline without a doubt. I think the intensity has really ramped up quite a bit. This is a college court. But, if you get to Rupp, you win a couple more ball games, you get to Rupp, you're going to be on college court again. But, how do you think this court affects your defense?
We're playing 8 kids a lot of minutes right now. I think that's going to work to our advantage. Our rotation's pretty big. I think it hurts teams that play zone more than it hurts teams that play man, just because the gaps in zone are a little bit bigger. You got a little bit more room to cover. And so, we definitely have some zone that we play occasionally, but right now our man-to-man has kind of just been what has carried us. And, I don't know how much that'll affect other than, it's just a few extra feet running up and down the floor.
Right. And have you even said anything to them about it?
No. We play.
I agree with that.
Some of our games are on college courts. We haven't talked about it.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on North Bullitt? I know you handled them pretty well a couple months ago, but that was a couple months ago, and evidently they're playing pretty good right now.
It was, and they were actually ahead at halftime in that game. So we respect them. When I go back and watch film, they're running some real good stuff. Chris has done a good job, and he's taught them some good things, and they're running stuff correctly. And he's got a lot of young kids, and he's playing a lot of kids, and but they seem to be rounded into form too, right at the right time. So it's always good to have won that game earlier, but I don't know that means a whole lot going into tonight.
Well, it really doesn't, because tonight you don't take care of business. You don't play on Saturday.
That's true.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate it, Coach, and I wish you the best, and you know that. And best of luck, and get to Saturday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
From Glycon, it's UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue. Now courtside for all the action from Glycon on UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
Welcome back to Valley High School, the 6th Region Girls Semifinal doubleheader tonight as Mercy and North Bullitt will play game one, followed by Valley hosting Whitefield Academy. Both winners will take on each other Saturday at noon for a right to advance to next week's Sweet 16. Take a look at your starting lineups presented by our great partners at Mortensen Family Dental, as well as Interstate Batteries. At Interstate Batteries, get started with your favorite online battery. We take a look at Mercy starters as Abby Reitzel leading them in scoring at 16 points per game. She'll be joined by Carly Shepard, Addison Becker, Caitlin McCauley, and Olivia Pfeiffer. And Mark, Abby, an outstanding junior, already 1,000 career points.
Yeah, she can shoot it, and she shoots it a lot. You know, right now 31% from the three, but She's already shot 218 of them this year, and she can also get to the rim really well and plays great defense. So she's a good one, and she got another year to go under some quality coaching.
North Bullitt is the home team. Kylie Downey leading them at 16 points per game. She is a very prolific shooter, as are several that you'll see tonight. She's got to 83 made threes this year. Nakia Campbell, Madeline Kurtzinger, Molly Johnson, and Jaden Bauer will also start. Campbell, an 8th grader.
Yeah, she's got a bright future. I've watched her twice on film, and she's definitely can play. And anytime that's a great opportunity to gain a lot of experience out here in these big ball games.
Take a look at the series information here as both these teams have played earlier this season. Mercy with the upper hand. Since 2014, they've won them all by an average score of 28. But both teams different than they were a couple of months ago.
Yeah, they're very different, but, tonight's going to be tempo anyway. North Bullitt can slow it down and use a big post player inside. Mercy could have some real problems. You just can't ever tell. Once again, that was a long time ago. I think January 27th, it was 66 Mercy and North Bullitt 42. But I think both coaches will tell you they both improved and they expect a really good game tonight, and I think we should too.
Take a look at tonight's officials. Lexington crew from the 11th region, Chris Ray, Tony Colella, and Anthony Mealy.
Yeah, they're anytime you get 10th and 11th officials for the regions on the switchover, it's a good thing. They do tend to let you play, but they control a ball game really well. Most crews are really good that they send us.
So glad you joined us tonight live on Glycod. First of 2 tonight and the first of 8 here in the next 48-plus hours.
Yeah, Mercy opening up in man-to-man, wouldn't expect anything different. A lot of pressure. But North Bullitt did a great job of going to their post player. And honestly, Mercy had terrible position underneath and got buried and went right over her left shoulder for an easy basket to open up for North Bullitt. Good start.
Madeline Kurtzinger, 5'10 senior, has the Eagles on the board. And there's a Mercy 3 in response.
Well, if they're hot with the threes, they're a tough team to beat because their defense usually creates turnovers too. So, good start for Mercy also off the high screen kick and shot.
That's Caitlin McCauley draining the 3 as North Bullitt will occupy it in half court. That's Nakia Campbell.
Yeah, Chris, it'll be interesting to see how Mercy handles that high screen tonight. Are they going to trap it, or are they going to hedge it, or going to switch it? Really, with the exception of Downey, they really don't look to shoot threes. They're really not a big three-point shooting team, so you might be able to go under and be better off.
Strong drive for 2 more. And McCauley has all 5 for the Jaguars.
Yeah. So right now, you got North Bullitt playing some man-to-man and got some strange-looking matchups. Mercy's all guards, and that prevents a problem sometimes.
Kylie Downey inside, lofts it off the window, a little bit long, volleyed underneath, occupied by Campbell, and the game's first foul whistled against the Jaguars.
Yeah, excellent job by Campbell to get in there and get that second shot. One of the inside looks we talked about was the ability to get second and third shots, and Mercy trying to keep them off the boards and been the smaller team.
And North Bullitt connecting their first free throw. Campbell, 5'3", 8th grader, averaging 8 points per night.
Well, Nakia Campbell didn't look like a 57% free throw shooter there. Those are 2 pretty strokes.
Both teams doing some good things in early offense. 5-4 Mercy. Great backdoor. Abby Reitzel connects and lays it in.
Yeah, excellent call play. Hit the high left and it back cut off of it. Had North Bullitt turning their head watching ball that time, and that's why you backdoor cut. Looks like a 5 count. A lot of pressure got a first turnover here by the North Bullitt Eagles.
Jaden Bauer mishandling possession as McCauley, great funnel underneath, and Mercy pounding it in for 2 more.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting matchup. You know, right now they have I guess it's Madeline Kurtzinger, post player trying to guard a guard, so it's not working out real well right this minute for North Bullitt.
Kurtzinger. And there's Downey as Downey probes the lane. And a foul underneath on the Jaguars.
A little bit anxious. You know, she had what she wanted. She had the ball handler spinning, turning, and she had a defender to help off and make the steal, but she decided she'd reach. And so it's rewarded the North Bullitt Eagles.
There's Kurtzinger on the grab back to Downey. Kurtzinger puts it on the floor and spills it. It's gobbled up by Addison Becker.
Yeah, excellent job of backdoor.
And the Jaguars run the floor again. That's McCauley and North Bullitt. Timeout. We'll step aside. 30-second break and a hot start for the Jaguars on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
A red-hot start for the Jaguars, Mark, 11-4 out of the gate.
Yeah, you can't, nothing like a 5-for-5 start by the Jaguars and a 3 to start it off with. That last time they did a real nice job of doubling the post to create the other turnover and go the other way.
North Bullitt in press offense as Campbell funnels it down to Kurtzinger. Scooped up Molly Johnson. That's not going to go from Campbell, and Mercy secures the rebound.
Yeah, I like the way Mercy's looking up the court. They're getting the ball up there. They're making the pass instead of making the dribble. Now that time, a little bit too much dribble. They had a wide open wing.
Olivia Pfeiffer takes it in for 2.
Go by Pfeiffer.
Yeah, I think Coach Downey might need to call timeout and maybe think about changing his defenses a little bit. But right now, it's on both ends. It's takeaways and it's layups.
Addison Becker. Oh, Mercy. 7 for 7 from the floor. And a much-needed 3 goes down for Molly Johnson. So North Bullitt ending a lengthy run.
Yeah, that was really big. You know, she's a 27% three-point shooter, but that one looked good, and they really needed it.
McCauley steers that left, and Mercy misfires for the first time.
Yeah, Mercy in the man-to-man sticking with it.
Downey 0 of 2 from the floor. She lofts that short rebound, vacuumed in by Mercy's Addison Becker. They've got numbers, and that one's going to rattle off from Shepard and out of bounds to the Jaguars.
Yeah, Shepard need to get her head up a little bit. She got a little bit too far underneath the basket, and when she looked up, you know, I'm happy with her. She used that left hand on left side, but she just didn't finish her shot. But they get the ball back on the inbounds, and let's see if they run a pretty good set inbounds play. Coach Bosch is helping. He's pretty good on inbounds plays, as well as Coach Cann. No, they were looking for 2 block options. They didn't get them, so they just reversed it out.
Lainey O'Connell has that one misfire from the corner. And Kylie Downey out with it for North Bullitt.
Yeah. Kelly's a heck of a guard, but she's going to need some help tonight. There's no doubt about it. She's not going to be able to control the ball game by herself.
And that's out of bounds. Addison Sutar checked in as she tried to find Taylor Bauer in the corner.
Yeah, that's third turnover for the Eagles to 0 for the Jaguars at this point in time. Sticking with the man-to-man. Beautiful backdoor cut.
And a block out of bounds as Mercy back to the Free throw line, North Bullitt with their first foul.
Yeah, they do that line set, that line across the free throw line. You know, you really got to stay between your player and the basket, and right now, North Bull's turning their heads and coming up, and they're back cutting them to depth on the high post pass.
As Abby Reitzel balloons the lead to 9. Reitzel, 81% free throw shooter. This is a very strong foul shooting group. It's 70% as a team.
Yeah, most of the top free throw shooters are also the top players on the floor, so they really are tough at the end of a ball game.
There's Campbell, a strong drive for 2.
Great drive by Campbell. You know, no one picked her up, and so therefore she never made a stop and had a great angle and followed through and used her body well and made the layup.
And an Eagles foul as Mercy back to the free throw lines. We take a glance at Campbell's penetration. Nobody stopped the ball at the other end.
Nope. A little bit slow getting back in their transition defense, and no one picked up ball. I'm sure the coaches will remind them about that. That's important.
As Reitzel drains a free throw.
Yeah, she's smooth. She's a good-looking athlete, long, lanky, handles the ball well, shoots the ball well, and good defender.
I think I misspoke earlier. The championship is actually Saturday at 6 p.m., not at noon, so it's Saturday at 6 p.m.
Yeah, the early games is your 6th region boys semifinals.
And plowing through, that's Downey, and we're going to have a Mercy foul underneath.
Yeah, I do believe that was number 32, Maggie Young, in the game, and I give her a lot of credit. She stood there and took the charge, but she was a little bit under the basket that time and drew the block instead.
The lead at 9 as Downey rims that off, and North Bullitt misfires on their first free throw. They're 3 of 4 now.
Mm-hmm. They don't shoot it quite as well as Mercy from the free throw line. I think they're 59%, but, you know, these games that count. They're in a 3-2 zone. They dropped off. They dropped out of that man-to-man. They're just getting cut to pieces. And it paid some dividends. Good. Mercy wondering what they were doing.
Out on the far sideline as we take a glance at Coach Downey. Chris Downey in his 4th season.
Yeah, I think it's a bright move by Coach. You know, man-to-man's not getting it done. You have to try something else, and he has.
There's an entry to Sutar.
Mercy doubling down on the post. That means leaving open shooters, but they'll take that chance.
And Sutar guilty over the top.
The foul's number 33, Suter. That's her first. Team third.
Yeah, it's big 151 here. You know, you see if this 3-2 zone or for the Eagles can turn Mercy over a couple times and get some easy baskets. You know, difference between going down in double figures at half and or after the first quarter and going down with 2 or 3 point difference is a big one.
There's a corner 3 well off the mark. That was Maggie Young that was long on that move. It's going to stay Mercy as it ricocheted off a North Bullitt player.
Yeah, Maggie's known for outside shooting. She's shooting the ball well from the 3-point line at 36%, but she just came in the game and not quite, no real rhythm to it.
It's a great effort by Lainey O'Connell to scarf out that loose ball, and the net result is a Young jumper.
Go by Young.
So Maggie Young, her first field goal, and Mercy by double figures again.
Well, she missed that 3 by a mile and came in there and made that little soft touch too. Looked pretty good. But as I said, she's a good shooter with good form.
Campbell, speaking of good form.
Campbell.
Yeah, Campbell's quite the player. She's a good one too.
7 points out of the gate for the 8th grader.
And she averages 8 points a game and 3 rebounds. She's very productive. She's not known as a 3-point shooter, but she was in.
Shepard, a 3. That's an answer.
3, Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard's already shot 151 of them this season. She shoots them at about 29%. You'd like to shoot a little bit better than that, but if you shoot enough of them, though, enough of them will go in.
24-13. North Bullitt, Suter from 15.
Very nice. Very nice.
Suter.
So Addison Suter, her first field goal.
That little baseline jump shot's tough, but she made it look easy. Very smooth on that shot. Great follow through, hand in the right place. She's a good shooter.
And Mercy going to hang on to it for one final shot attempt. Under 10.
Yeah, going against that zone, a little different. Hit the middle.
Reitzel, well schooled, and that's going to close the quarter.
Well, they found the weak spot in that 3-2 zone and exploited it and got him a little runner out of it.
11-point game back after this on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Alongside former Mercy head coach Mark Evans, I'm Chris Labar. Welcome back to Valley High School. Jaguars a very solid start, leading by 11.
Yeah, they were 10 of 16 in that first quarter. 2 of 5 from the 3 and 4 from the line, and those last couple threes by North Bullitt really helped them out. They're 5 of 11, 2 of 2 from the 3, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. So I think they weathered the storm. Let's see how well the zone works for them.
That's off the mark in the corner from Hadley O'Brien. And Mercy able to pack in the rebound.
Yeah, that just can't happen. Against that 3-2 zone, if Mercy misses a 3, North Bullitt really needs to secure that rebound.
There's Downey weaving her way up the floor, and a held ball, arrow, North Bullitt.
Possession, North Bullitt.
Yeah, nice job defensively. That time Mercy got back. Last time they didn't and gave up a layup.
Yeah, Suter, the recipient on the inbound. Lofts it with a left, and it rims in.
Very nice little jump hook. Did a nice job. Went over that right shoulder. Everyone expected the left shoulder, and she went over the right and made a little jump hook. Very good. Very good post move.
Now, Suter with 4 off the bench for North Bullitt. There's a 3 misfiring from O'Brien again, but the rebound by Laney O'Connell. Tapped out by Suter, and Mercy digs it out for the third try. Lofter on the lane, backside Corral O'Connell, and finally a North Bullitt foul.
Yeah, they, as we talk, North Bullitt really, with all these deep shots by Mercy, you got to block out deep if you're going to block out because the ball goes off far. The farther you shoot it from, the farther it bounces off of, and right now Mercy's taking full advantage of it.
Carly Shepard with 5 early points. That's Laney O'Connell at the foul line. So O'Connell for 1 more.
Chris, I think we'll see pretty much of an 8 rotation. That's pretty much what Mercy plays. I think actually the Eagles go just a little bit deeper than that.
That one's off the mark from O'Connell. So 0 for 2 as Downey in the open floor and a block underneath.
Well, I give Mercy credit for standing in there and taking 2 potential charges. They just got to get out a little bit farther. I think both times they were set, but they were set late and they were set far under. And, they'll make that call pretty much every single time. So credit for giving up the body, just need a little bit better technique.
North Bullitt to pitch it in underneath be Molly Johnson.
Yeah, look for them trying to find and get Downey going here. Let's see what they can come up with. If screening for her gets his own that time. Or
there's Downey carving space, pitches it short. Gathers a loose ball in an and one.
Well, that's good for that young lady. I mean, she runs this team. She is her scorer. She's got to have a great night. You know, sometimes if the outside shot doesn't fall or the drive, the second opportunity is what does it. So give her great credit on that one.
Well, Mark, sometimes you just got to see that shot go in before you can really get momentum going.
And right here at this free throw line won't hurt her either because, like I said, she got good stroke. I agree with you 100%, Chris.
73% foul shooter. And Downey, 2 of 3 now from the foul line. It's back to 6.
Yeah, the pace has slowed down. Tempo, after they went zone some, now they're back in man-to-man, North is. No, they're dropping back in 3-2, I believe. Mercy's making some mistakes. It's got them out of rhythm, and the tempo is definitely North Bullitt's.
Campbell with a block shot on the close. Yeah, here's a turnover at the other end. Racing to the basket, O'Brien, and a foul on Nakia Campbell as she darted back on defense.
Yeah, nice call, too. That was on the floor. Honestly, she bailed the Mercy player out. Mercy had nowhere to go with that. Had no angle toward the basket that time. See what they could come up with on a 1-4 set inbounds play.
There's a 3 in the corner. O'Brien 0 of 3 at least from distance as the rebound brought down by Kylie Downey of North Bullitt, their leading scorer. Downey blocked.
Yeah, looking for a foul that time and really forced the shot. But right now, as well as Mercy started up blistering the nets to start off with, they're just equally as cold until then.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, but they're one of about 6 this second quarter so far.
That's the announcer's curse in reverse,
yeah,
I think.
Yeah. Mercy's happy I made those comments, I guess, then, huh?
It's 29-20 and a foul on Young.
Yeah, kind of reaching down there. Not really sure the purpose of that one other than trying to make something happen that wasn't there. I don't know about you, Chris, but it looks like Mercy kind of lost a little of their defensive intensity at this point in time. I don't know if it's the big game and the big court or not, but they're just not quite as quick as they were early start off with.
Good aggression there, diving for that loose ball and a held ball. It's going to belong to the Mercy Jaguars. That's outstanding effort by Hadley O'Brien.
Yeah, so that's another turnover for the Eagles. Yeah, we'll see on this break if Coach is making a call. It's called a fist call. Let's see what that looks like. They're man-to-man. See if they don't set a high screen right here and come off of it.
And it's a moving
screen. One.
Sure is.
Yeah.
The foul is number 21, Piper. That's her
fourth
second.
team Mercy foul.
Yeah, that was that's both. That's a ball handler for going too soon, and it's a screener for trying to help her out a little bit. That's a recipe for a blocking call on the offense.
Molly Johnson back out for a 3, and that's going to go in. Taylor Bauer off the Johnson assist.
Well, that's great rhythm. You got a 6-point game right here. First quarter was all about Mercy and making shots and energy, and second quarter, coaches made some changes for the Eagles, and it's all about tempo and North controlling.
And North Bullitt, the recipient of the turnover.
And she replaces number 3, Shepard.
Yeah, we've got a tight game now. There's no runaways.
Well, you got the sense that first game, such a lopsided win. This one would be much tighter. There's a 3 steered long from Taylor Bauer. Kurtzinger unable to lasso the rebound, and here comes Mercy by 6. Becker initiating the break. There's a 3 that's going to go down.
Yeah, that'll haunt you. Mercy misses a wide open layup, get the rebound back, kicks it out to a wide open 3-point shooter, which is a good way to get threes, and knocked it down in rhythm. That really hurt.
Kurtzinger muscling her way for a long shot as the Jaguars with a rebound. They made 4 threes in this half, and they lead by 9. That one's going to pop in on the carom for O'Brien.
Well, they're a streaky shooting team. I watched them against Whitefield Academy in the district finals, and Whitefield led almost a half. And all of a sudden, Mercy turned on and started hitting three after three after three after three, and before long, it wasn't a game.
Be right back on Glycod.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
12-point Mercy lead, high watermark advantage as we welcome you back to Valley High School. First of two tonight in the 6th region. Game 2 is Whitefield and Valley to tip around 7:30. Entry to Kurtzinger, put it down low, and it's swiped. And the Jaguars pick up their 5th team foul of this quarter.
Yeah, I don't get that one. That was right off the half or off the break, and Mercy standing behind a post player right under the basket. I mean, you're giving her basically either fouls or 2 points or an and one. A little bit of sleep that time, I do believe.
So Kurtzinger, nice form on that free throw.
Yeah, she's got nice form. 63% shooter from the free throw line. Doesn't shoot a lot of them. Kind of surprising. Only has shot 42 on the year.
And that one's long as a rebound, scarfed up by Mercy.
Yeah, I do believe she was injured, though. She's been out for a while, so I think her game numbers are not as great as everybody else's on the team.
Yeah, came back February 7th, 9 games played this year. Rebound out to Downey.
That's why the low numbers.
11-point lead after one. The margin the same at the middle part of this quarter, and weaving her way in is Downey for the basket.
Yeah, you just can't just give up, the baseline to Downey. I mean, she's creative. She'll reverse the ball. She's good with either hand. Once again, the last couple times, I think Mercy's lapsed on their defense quite a bit.
There's Reitzel, who got the game going with a made jumper, and back out of bounds to the right for Mercy is North Bullitt going to their bench for the first time. Mahaja Fall checks in. 5'10 junior. She'll wear number 55.
Yeah, they're keeping a little bit tighter to the vest tonight. They typically play quite a few more players than what you're seeing out there, but it's win or go home, so you can't blame them. They're doing what they need to do, and they have a good coach. Looks like they're chasing Reitzel is what they're doing right now. They're chasing Abby Reitzel, trying to keep the ball out of her hands.
And deflected out of, may have gotten through and knocked off of Reitzel.
Yeah, they did a nice job. Reitzel was being chased. They tried to set up a backdoor cut for her, but pass was at her feet.
So Valley to traverse the full length of the floor, which is a full 94 feet. This
it is. It's college coach in width. That was the purpose of this building out here. Whoever played out here was going to be regionals going to the state tournament, both boys and girls. A little history on it. I thought Mercy might pick up full pressure, but they didn't.
Nice catch. Nice backdoor cut for two. That's Taylor Bauer for her 5th point.
Yeah. Too easy right now. Too easy. Mercy Academy is just not really playing with the intensity that I've seen them play with the last couple games. Once again, another moving screen.
And the Jaguars back within a touchdown, and they'll have possession. Mark, the second one of these, what's happening up top?
Well, what's going on is first of all, the ball handler's not allowing the screener to set the screen, and so she's going too soon, and then the screener is trying to help the ball handler and hedging out. They both been quality calls, just bad timing, bottom line, and just not executing a screen.
And North Bullitt returns the favor as they cough it up. It was Brinley Eskridge that just checked in and lost it. And Mercy going to sub back in. Maggie Young with 8 first-half points.
Yeah, Maggie transferred over from Assumption this year and been a great lift for the team. Great young lady. Really fits in well. comes off the bench, but she can pretty much start for a lot of teams, and she can shoot it and score it, and just a smart kid. Beautiful pass.
And Mercy back up by 9. It's Addison Becker for her first field goal.
Yeah, that was created by that assist. Drew the defense opposite way and just a pocket pass, dropped it down, and got an easy shot out of it.
Downey misfires, and Mercy with a rebound. They've led by 11 a couple of times. Basket here gets it back there again. Young, a 3. Got it!
3, Maggie Young.
Yeah, that's Maggie's game. Sprint down to either one of the two high wings and catch it in transition. That's the easiest way to score threes is off transition or kick it back out from the post.
Danger zone here for North Bullitt. That one off to the left, and Mercy gobbles up the rebound, up 12, and a 3-on-1 break. Becker catches and scores.
Perfect by Mercy. Ran the court well, drew the defense to the left, and then dumped it back to the right for the easy, good angle layup.
A 14-point lead. There's Downey weaving her way close to the basket. Lofts it with the left, and the Jaguars on a run here. It's Olivia Pfeiffer that has it. Now to bounds to Mercy with 44.7 left in this first half.
Yeah, I don't think Mercy will hold this either, Chris. I think they'll go on and go after a shot here. I think they feel it. I think they're trying to push it out. I think they'll take the best available. I don't think they're going to run it down.
Boy, you've seen that story before, Coach. There's another one.
Yeah, and I think it's by the same player. Yeah, like I said, she can flat shoot the ball, and she loves those wings, that high free throw line extended wing, and good drive and kick.
Young with 13. We got 19 seconds left now in the half.
Double down on the post. Good job. Great ball movement by the Eagles.
And Molly Johnson travels as North Bullitt up against it.
Yeah, just got a little anxious there. I think she wanted to put it on the floor and get to the baseline, and just a little quick.
Checking back in the game for North Bullitt, number 33, Suter.
Suter is back in for North Bullitt. Addison Suter 4 first half points.
It's kind of all about this Mercy team. What I've seen is they'll have some lulls in their defense, and teams will catch back up, and then all of a sudden they just seem to bring energy and knock down a couple of shots, and you say, wow, they're up a lot farther than you thought.
And that's going to wrap up the first half. Mercy, an 11-0 spurt to open the lead to 17 at the half, 45-28. We'll step aside. More coverage live from Valley High School, 6th Region Semifinals, and you're live on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program.
Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Back live at Valley High School alongside former Mercy head coach, 2010 Mercy state champion head coach Mark Evans. I'm Chris LeBar. Welcome back. What'd you come away with, Mark, in this first half?
Well, I mean, the shooting, without a doubt. Actually, the Eagles are not shooting the ball badly, but Mercy's shooting the ball extremely well, both 2-pointers and 3-pointers, and also points off the bench, kind of stands out to me. And we're going to talk stats here in a little bit, but, Maggie came in, and Maggie comes off the bench, and, she's rolling and hitting big threes for him and really not getting a lot off the North Bullitt bench. And I think depth will play a part in this game with this big court. So right now it's all about Mercy. A couple times the Eagles came back. I felt like Mercy had kind of let up a little bit defensively, and the Eagles took full advantage of it. But for the Eagles to be successful, Callie Downey is going to have to really, really turn on. Her teammates are going to really have to help her because she had a difficult first half.
Downey unofficially with 5 points, and Mercy defense was very strong on her. What did they do so successfully against her?
Well, a lot of it was transition and turnover. The turnovers that the Eagles had, Mercy ended up taking to the basket at the other end. So points off turnovers is really a hurter. They're just trying to play good man-to-man defense, and when she drives, they're sliding over and helping from the opposite block and rotating down on the weak side and doing a real nice job of being able to control her and also control her misses from the weak side where they're not getting second shots. So that's a big part of it right now. And Coach Downey is not really running anything for her, but right now it's just not that type of game. They just have to solve this defense by Mercy.
What do you look for game 2? It'll be Whitefield at Valleys. We've got a few moments. What's your thesis in that matchup?
I've seen both of them play live recently. I really think that, the nod would go to Whitefield, but people have been counting Valley out all year long, so you got to be real careful doing that. To Whitefield mainly because they seem to score a little bit easier, especially with their star player, Noelle Smith, I think is her name. But Valley creates a lot of turnovers, and Valley presses on makes misses and all that. And Whitefield turned the ball over quite a bit against Mercy. So if they can turn them over, it could swing the Vikings' way. But on a day in, day out, I would probably have to give the nod to Whitefield. But we're also playing on Valley's home court. And that's really, really comfortable for those kids. They're used to playing on this big court. They get to do what they do in a routine for any home game, which really helps you because kids are creatures of comfort. whatever's comfortable they like. They don't like a lot of adversity. So, and they're on a roll. I talked to the AD. It's really cool. They got together, the community, took care of all the tickets for the student body. And, that game the other night was rocking with numbers. And it's just so good to see because, Valley hasn't been there in forever. And to see them in this regional on their own home court, it's a good feel deal. And so they got a lot of people pulling for them out there. Nothing against Whitefield. They got a good program. But you never know. That sixth man or something might help them out a little bit tonight.
More coverage after this. We'll have a look at your first half numbers after this pause on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Tonight's halftime stats are presented by German American Bank. Support your community school with the German American School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. Mercy red hot from three-point range.
Absolutely. If you look at the stats real quick on Mercy Academy, they're red hot from everywhere. You'll take 58, almost 59% any day, 17 for 29, 7 for 14 for 50% from the 3, and 4 or 6 from the free throw line. They're getting more shots and they're making more threes. For the Eagles, they're 10 of 21, 40, almost 48%, which is really, really good. 3 of 7 from the 3, which is really, really good. It's just not enough of them at 42, almost 43%, and 5 of 7 for 71% from the free throw line. So their shooting percentages are really good, but they're not making that 3. Right now Mercy's outscoring them 21-9 from the 3-point line, and Mercy's outscoring them points in the paint 12-4, and Mercy's outscoring points off turnovers 12-8. So all of the stats that really, really matter. Also, subs off the bench. One sub for Mercy is the leading scorer with 14 points. But like I said, she's not really a sub. She's really a starter that just doesn't start the game off.
Very strong first half for the Mercy Jaguars, as this group perhaps on their way to a championship date. It's 6 p.m. on Saturday. This would be their second 6th region final if this score holds, of course. 2 of the last 3 years they've been at the 6th region championship game.
Yeah, it makes it difficult on North because I think they would really like to have a slower tempo. I don't think they really want to press and go that route. It's going to be a tough catch-up. It's going to be one play at a time on both ends of the court for North to come back in and have a chance to win this game. Opened up with a clear out for Katie, right? For Downey right off the bat. Not Katie. Katie's her aunt. This is Kylie, I do believe.
Yeah, Kylie, 6 points in the first half, averages 16. So as Mark mentioned, they're going to have to get her going. There's a 3 off from Carly Shepard, rebound, and a baseline jumper long. So Mercy 0 of 2 from the floor to start this second half.
Yeah, we've seen them start about 0 for 5. We've seen them also start about 8 for 9. They're a streaky team, and I think that's an understatement. And that's Mercy we're talking about.
What's North Bullitt's plan on offense?
Well, they opened up against the man-to-man and cleared out completely. It was an overload to the left, and they let Kylie go one-on-one. Don't think that's going to work real well. All you got to do is stay in front of her and get a little help. So as of right now, they're trying to rotate the ball reverse and look for gaps to attack. I think that's the best thing they can do. We'll just have to see if the cast around Kylie is good enough to get him back in the game.
There's a 3 off the mark from Caitlin McCauley. So the Jaguars 0 of 3 to start this third quarter as North Bullitt with numbers, and a layup goes in. Molly Johnson.
Well, that was great by Molly to finish that shot, but the true star on that was Callie. Callie Downey got her head up, made a great pass, and Mercy was really lazy getting back in their transition defense, to be honest.
Rebound scarfed up by Madeline Kurtzinger in a 15-point North Bullitt deficit. Deflected out. It's going to belong to the Jaguars despite the protest. Well, the protest won, so it's going to stay Eagles' possession.
It was a tip ball. Right now, the Eagles are coming out with a lot of energy, but they have to finish. They have to get some points out of what's going on because Mercy's not real sharp coming out of the gates.
There's Nakia Campbell angling left, lofts it up short. And she'll head to the free throw line. She's a very aggressive player despite her 8th grade age.
Yeah. You can see why she's in that lineup. She makes things happen, and most of them are positive without a doubt.
You look at this North Bullitt roster, a lot of young players. Downey, of course, a junior. Campbell, an 8th grader. Johnson started the game. Freshman Jaden Bauer started. She's an 8th grader.
Yeah, they're all pretty good players. Sometimes that doesn't matter because if they're not strong as young ones, they might not be strong as old ones. But in this case, I think North Bullitt has a bright future with these young ladies. At least for next year, they continue to have Downey out there leading them, and that will help.
North Bullitt with 4 straight start this second half and a 45-32 Mercy advantage.
Yeah, they're staying in the zone.
Follow off the mark as there's Kurtzinger to corral the rebound.
Yeah, Mercy attacked that little 1-2-2 or 3-2 really well.
That's well done. Downey to Campbell.
Yeah, that might be time for a Coach Cann timeout to remind Mercy the game's not over with, but they're playing like they're already celebrating the night for the Saturday game. That's not a good recipe for victory.
North Bullitt with 6 in succession. There's a 3 up top. That's going to rattle off from Carly Shepard. And North Bullitt, a great comeback here, perhaps getting started as they got 6-0 to start the second half.
Yeah, you can't open doors for teams. I mean, the goal is come out of that halftime and put it away from Mercy, but instead they've given several away.
There's Kurtzinger spinning left, and she's called for a travel.
Yeah, that was a correct call. She's wearing down a little bit. She's asking for a sub right there, but I'm really impressed with the young lady, how she runs the court. I know she's been out most of the season, but she's working her way back into shape.
That looked like a pretty good move there.
Yeah, it was a good move at the beginning, but she dropped her second foot down on the move. She went over her right shoulder, which was really good because most kids stay away from the left hand, especially when they're right-handed.
Under 5 minutes in this third quarter. Mercy led by 17 at the half, still starting to score this second half, and there's 2.
Well, they solved that 3-2 zone twice. The last time they missed a point-blank 2-footer, that time they finished. So that was the difference. Mercy capitalized that time instead of missing the simple shot.
Addison Becker now with 6. Sutar with the grab, rolls it to the left off, and possession Mercy.
Right now the nod has to go with the Eagles as far as quality energy out there playing, but you once again you have to finish, you have to capitalize, or it just deflates you. That energy will go away if you're not careful, not scoring.
Good deflection, a lot of congestion under there as Campbell out with it for North Bullitt. Nakia Campbell arcs it short, and she is fouled.
Yeah, poor spacing by Mercy. One pass too many, most likely. They're getting to the belly of the zone, and they're getting easy looks, but they need a little bit better spacing, and they need to make their layups. Once again, Mercy taking a break, and the Eagles taking advantage of it by beating them down the court.
And Campbell still with 9 points is the lead at 13.
Campbell's a 55% free throw shooter. We've seen a couple pretty nice shots by her, but she needs this one.
And that one long as well. And missed free throw, certainly not the recipe for a comeback.
Good ball movement by Mercy. Good ball reversal.
That's Young inside the arc. And out off of the Jaguars.
Yeah, that was a nice job by Mercy of rotating the ball from left to right. I was always a big believer in transition. Couple ball reversal before you ever even think about running a set play, and that's what Mercy did there. Good ball reversal. To a good shooter, she just missed. Mercy picking up full court pressure, trying to speed the game up, I do believe, which is smart. The pace
Downey
was going the other way.
And Downey now carving room baseline.
Yeah, you saw Shepard drop there to be ready in case she did get bound baseline. So they know exactly what Kylie Downey is. As you see again, same thing.
Floats that long.
Yeah, great job by Mercy Academy of running one over to trap and making sure the weak side block was covered on the miss.
Strong drive by Young. Nice looking player for a junior.
Yeah, she is, and she's been well schooled. You know, I know her daddy used to be a coach many years, really knows the game, and you know, he's had a lot of good people work with Maggie, and now she's at Mercy working with good coaches also.
And ricocheted out of bounds, going to stay Mercy ball. This Jaguar program 12 times to the Sweet 16, two state titles.
I look for a split here and looking for an outside shooter.
There's Shepard, arcs it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's just the second turnover this half so far for Mercy, but that was definitely unforced. You know, you see more and more of that anymore. Baseline drives, hard kicks across to the opposite side baseline for threes. I mean, that's college ball, that's pro ball, that's in the high schools now completely.
Johnson leaves that short. And a foul on North Bullitt.
Yeah, this quarter's flying by. But, you know, only a 13-point lead, so, you know, Mercy's not putting it away as of yet.
Led by 17 at half. North Bullitt started the third quarter with 6 straight points.
And North Bullitt's settled into this zone, and I think it's really been helpful. You know, Mercy's kind of stagnant against it. They are doing a decent job of getting the ball down on the block, but it's not as smooth as they were against a man-to-man.
Another open three. That one will not go as it's gobbled up by Molly Johnson.
Yeah, Mercy's about 2 of about 12, or 1 of about 12 right now, start this third quarter off.
Hadley O'Brien couldn't get that to go in. At the other end, North Bullitt turns it over. It's Jaden Bauer dribbling underneath, and Mercy with possession.
Yeah. From Mercy's standpoint, they like to run. I'd like to see them push the ball a little bit more.
That's a great pass. High-low, Becker finding Young underneath, or rather finding Laney O'Connell.
Yeah, that's the weak point of this particular zone, especially if you take your low people out. It's pretty spread out, and you can pretty much find the middle, then you can find a dump to a block, one or the other.
So Laney O'Connell, 63% foul shooter on the year. And Mercy now by 14.
Yeah, O'Connell's a pretty good free. I mean, she shoots 63%.
As North Bullitt will sub out freshman Johnson. So the lead at 14.
Be interesting to see what they run against this man-to-man. You got Kylie up on top. Downey looking to probe and attack.
Mercy with numbers, 16-foot. Pull-up is in for Young.
Yeah, Young's a scorer. You know, she's a 3-level scorer, mainly a 2-level scorer. She loves the 3, she loves the 2, but she can definitely make layups, of course.
Taylor Bauer with a bucket, the lead at 15. Young steers that long. And Mercy doing a great job on the backboards. There's Campbell there to chase it down, and it's out to the Jaguars.
Yeah, it was turnover for turnover that time, Chris. It's but for the Eagles, they need every possession.
I think they need some help as well.
Absolutely. Every possession they have to finish. Coming out a little high, they're 1-2. I'm surprised they're not trapping out of it just a little bit to try to create something.
And Mercy knocks another one in. Hadley O'Brien. And a foul. Or is it a foul? Sure is. It's on O'Brien reaching in.
Yeah, O'Brien a little anxious that time, but, went behind the player instead of in front of the player. And just threw his shoulder into her. We're in a man press, basically. I think it's more token than it is anything else. I'm not seeing much trapping going on.
We told you about Mercy's tremendous postseason lineage. Mark, a part of the 2010 championship group. They've been there 12 times, trying to get back.
Yeah,
the 13th.
We actually moved. 2010, we were in the 7th region. It was a brutal 7th region. And then not too long after that, we built a new school, and we ended up moving to the 6th region.
We're going to have a foul underneath. That was Fall powering her way.
Once again, give Mercy kids credit. They're standing behind, and they're taking it. They played her left shoulder perfectly that time and set themselves up for a charge take. Looking to run, I'm not so sure. I would think they would just keep attacking, but looks like they're trying to draw them into man-to-man, and they're staying zone. 2-play call. Let's see what that is. Rotating people through. It's an overload to the left, swinging it back to the right, and basically total confusion, and coach had to call timeout.
Be right back after this. You're watching 6th Region semifinal on Glycod.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the law offices of D. Camillus and Mattingly in Louisville. Our reputation is our trademark.
Mercy enjoying an 18-point lead, high watermark advantage. And the Jaguars in possession deep in the third quarter.
Well, the Eagles are in trouble because they're better off. Great play by the Eagles.
Nakia Campbell.
Yeah. We've called her name several times. She gets the hustle points and she finishes her left. 2-2-1 is what they were supposed to be in press, trying to pick up the tempo and get a turnover from Mercy, and almost did.
It's good discipline by Carly Shepard not to shoot, as Mercy's going to pick up the 4th North Bullitt foul with 9.9 now in the third quarter. And wonderful on-ball defense by Campbell as she interjects in the passing lane.
Yeah, very nice job of getting thin and getting through.
With 9 seconds, is Downey applying some on-ball defense, and that is the 5th team North Bullitt foul.
Well, it looked like North Bullitt went into a 1-3-1 zone. Potentially a 1-3-1 trap. They have to do something to create some turnovers so they can create quick shots. They need multitudes of shots right now.
So Addison Becker, 5'7" senior, onto the free throw line.
Yeah, she kind of sets the table for everybody else. She kind of runs the show as a point guard. Traditionally, she wasn't a point guard, but by need, she has become a point guard.
This Mercy team has already defeated Whitefield twice this year by an average of 12 points. If that matchup on Saturday comes to fruition,
very well could, and I was impressed with Whitefield. They're a very, very, very dangerous team.
There's Campbell jetting into front court, a three at the horn, and that's going to take us to the final 8. Mercy adding one to the lead. They led by 17 at the turn. It's now 56-38 in the fourth quarter on the way back from Glycod.
New recruit? Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. It's debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Mercy Academy on top of North Bullitt, 56-38 as we welcome you back to Valley High School. Whitefield and Valley in semifinal number 2 to tip around 7:30.
So we got North Bullitt back in their 1-2-2 zone. I would say, and they are trapping out of it. I thought that would come, but the back players for North has got to get up there and make that steal. It doesn't do them any good to trap up top and not take chances from behind.
Abby Reitzel driving in, lost the handle, setting up a Becker 3, and she steers it short, but Mercy again pounding the backboard.
Yeah, I thought that North Bullitt might have the advantage of stopping second shots by Mercy, but it's not worked out that way.
There's 2 for Campbell and an Eagles full timeout. The lead at 16. It's 56-40 and more coverage coming up right after this.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good. It'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Second time we've seen Nikia Campbell jet the passing lane for an uncontested layup.
Yeah, I think Nikia has a bright future. She's a she's a 5'3" 8th grader, but she plays a lot bigger than that. She really, really has a great instinct. She plays the passing lanes extremely well, great anticipation. And, she makes her daggone layups. A lot of these kids don't get good angles and get all the way down there and miss a layup. She has it. She finishes. Well, we see a 1-2-1-1 press by the Eagles, which I expected they needed to do that or something like that.
Little floater from about 8 feet. It's going to rim off from Abby Reitzel.
Let's see if Mercy does a little bit better with their transition defense. They've let people run through them the last couple times down the court.
As Campbell on the handle for North Bullitt. 16 and 17 coming in.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get the work in Downey away from the ball and trying to bring it back to her to give her an opportunity. But once again, didn't get a lot of help.
And possession back to Mercy.
Yeah, they overloaded the right, swung it back and hoping to swing it to the left to Downey for a wide open 3, but didn't happen. 1-2-2 now, trap. Got beat in the back though, and easy layup miss.
And perhaps a foul underneath, compounding the error is reach around foul on the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a break for the Jaguars. Wide open layups. You just need to make those.
This is Brinley Eskridge, the guilty party. As possession underneath, Mercy. And great on-ball defense by Kylie Downey. There's Downey. Off the window, steers it in.
Kylie Downey.
You're staying in that 1-2-1-1 on makes.
Skip pass in the corner and a miscue turnover from O'Brien.
Hey guys, would y'all mind sitting down? Ladies, you're in our camera. Thank you. You're in the camera.
So perhaps now or never for North Bullitt as only 6:20 remains.
Mercy just staying in their man-to-man defense. They'll double the post. Great job of cutting the post off. Great anticipation that time.
That's Reitzel.
Yeah.
Over now to Young. Young has it and drives, and a foul on North Bullitt.
Yeah, that was an excellent play by Young. She knew what they were doing. They were posting. They're posting on the block, and her goal was to double down, but she thought, well, why not just get thin and cut through and pick the steal up, and that's exactly what she did. Great play by her.
So Maggie Young having an outstanding game, came in averaging only 7 points. She's doubled that point total this evening.
Yeah, every time I see Mercy play and see Maggie play, she gets better every time. You know, I know now she's real comfortable with her team, and they're comfortable with her, and she's really feeling good about everything, and she's doing a great job.
And the lead now at 16.
Mercy just picking up man high, just retreating back. See if we can stay in front of. See if they can stay in front of Downey. Drive kick by Downey, looking for the three. Good ball movement, back to the left, a little slow.
There's Campbell, nudges it down. Nice catch underneath. Kurtzinger puts it up and off. Got her own rebound, muscled it in, and a foul.
Yeah, great play by that young lady. First of all, they beat the defense to draw the defense, opened her up, a perfect dump. She might have missed the first one. She was a little bit too far under, but by God, she stuck with it and got the and one. Great play.
And great for her to come back and be able to finish out her career this year. I know she missed so much time with the injury, but to come back in her senior season and contribute.
Well, unfortunately, I know also well that brace, what that brace means. That's an ACL, and they're hard to come back from. And, give her a lot of credit being out there, and she moves well. She's moving well. She's not afraid to make. That was an excellent spin move. She can go right, she can go left, and
number 32, Maggie Young. That's her team second.
She played with no fear. That's a scary cut on that knee.
Jaguar foul underneath. Both teams now with 2 team fouls. As North Bullitt down 14, trailed by 11 at the end of 1, and there's the travel as Kurtzinger for the second time called for a shuffle.
Pretty agile young lady, though, considering the knee brace, but that time they got her, but she was kicking to that baseline for a big three-pointer is what she was trying to do. Good idea.
Just over 5 minutes away from the Mercy date in the 6 p.m. 6th Region Final on Saturday.
Yeah, a little 1-2-2 trap. Actually, that was a little bit of 1-3-1, I do believe, but sometimes they look the same based on where the offense is and the rotations, but it's a 1-2-2. But the back people have to come back and help. They need to look for steals. There's not playing safe. They're playing too safe. As you look back in the back, Chris, you got 2 young ladies on the blocks. That's not how you play that press.
Basket's going to go in. Laney O'Connell and a wonderful Mercy assist. Tremendous ball movement is the lead now at 16 points.
Yeah, excellent ball movement. But once again, just have to get out those blocks and take some chances for the Eagles.
Back to 17. North Bullitt had it at 6, but 4 minutes left in the first half, and Mercy went on an 11-0 run, and it was a 17-point advantage for the Jaguars at half, and they have not looked back.
Well, the North Bullitt Eagles they had everything going their way. The tempo was perfect, everything was perfect. you got to give Mercy a little bit of credit, but a couple turnovers flipped that, and then they're back behind again. So that was a tough road.
Campbell knocks down the free throw. She's been the offensive bright spot tonight for North Bullitt.
Absolutely.
And speaking of great performances, Mike Shelton, our friendly State Farm insurance agent, will sponsor tonight's most outstanding players. Mark and I will have one student athlete representative from each team be recognized for their on-court achievements this evening.
I'd say next year they should have a really good 1-2 duo at the guards, Downey and Campbell.
There's no doubt about that. Lead at 15. Driving in is McCauley, and foul starting to pile up, 4 of them now on North Bullitt.
Yeah, we're 1 away from free throw for the Mercy Jaguar.
As the Jaguars trickle it in underneath. Maggie Young, nice pass underneath, and there's 2 more as O'Connell knocks it in.
I've been pretty impressed with their interior passing today. But, you just can't let them get into the paint. That draws the defense and creates those easy opportunities.
Taylor Bowers off with that one. Campbell weaves in for the rebound.
Once again, Campbell.
Eskridge off that time. And out comes Mercy. Addison Becker.
Smart. Didn't have the numbers. Pull it out, and they're going to run a little set against the zone, or they're going to get the ball. Yep.
And O'Connell traveled. She's had a lot of success the last couple of sequences inside that zone.
Chris, I think she was too open that time. I think she turned around and said, oh, my gosh, I don't have anybody between myself and the basket.
Again, a 7:30 approximate start. Going to be later than that now. It'll be Whitefield and Valley in semifinal number 2. At the conclusion of this game, we'll hopefully connect with Coach Cann, get some closing remarks on his team's performance tonight.
Just a tough night for Callie Downey. Trying to draw fouls by driving that, over left shoulder attack drive, but like I said, these officials pretty much let you play, and if you're not reaching and grabbing, they're not going to blow the whistle on that. So, it's not been very, it just hasn't worked out well for the young lady.
It's been a well-officiated game.
Absolutely. I told you coming in, they're very, 10th, 11th have some daggone good officials.
And a foul overzealous is Maggie Young.
The foul is number 32, Young. That's her 4th.
So for the 11th region tournament, you've got the 6 and 7 region officials working up in Lexington, and then vice versa.
Yes, you do.
So the Jaguars go to their bench, both teams with 4 team fouls. Jaguars on the cusp of their 18th win of the season. Here's Kurtzinger, power dribble and fouled from behind. Addison Becker, the guilty party.
The foul is number 1, and Becker, that's her 2nd.
Yeah, once you're buried down there that deep, you don't really have much recourse. I mean, she's got you under the rim. They used to call that, put somebody in jail. I don't think they use those terms anymore. I didn't ever even use them when they were in vogue.
Well, the meaning, it's obvious what the meaning is there. You're in trouble if the ball gets down that deep.
Yeah, put you in jail because you're stuck under. You have nowhere to go other than watch an over shoulder turn score.
And that form is a little bit short there, as it's going to be flipped back in play as Mercy going to call full timeout. Nick Cann will pause play. We'll step aside as well. Jaguars on the way in the 6th region semifinal, and we'll have more from Valley High School right after this.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Chris LeBar, Mark Evans back live at Valley High School. Max Gorley, our camera operator. Steve Bird our executive producer. Great to have you here tonight for a doubleheader 6th Region semifinal.
Yeah, we got about 3:10 to go, and we got a big Mercy lead. I think more than anything else, Coach Cann was calling that timeout to just remind the kids, let's do the little things correctly. Let's go in on a good note. Let's end on a good note. Let's have good things to talk about. And I think that's probably the reminder, not to let this end up sloppy.
This will be the Jaguars' 7th straight win.
Yeah, smart, reverse the ball out. Now, I'm sure they're going to take a 3 if they get the right shooter out there, but that's what they're doing right now. Back into, I guess they're back into that 1-2. Well, I know they're back into that 1-2-2, but now they're coming up taking chances. They're more or less man-to-man now, trying to chase. They're chasing right to them.
There's McCauley that funneled it away from Laney O'Connell, and an opportunity at the other end. Back for a shot attempt is Taylor Bauer. And a Mercy foul.
You know, I've been impressed, though. I mean, I've been really impressed with the Eagles getting their heads up. I mean, so many times they've got the ball out, got their heads up, and got the ball deep for easy layups or fouls down at the other end, you know, and they must work on that a lot, of getting their heads up and trying to get the easy baskets.
Bauer, one of only a couple of seniors on this North Bullitt team. And 3 seniors for the Eagles, a team that looks like their season's going to end at 16-18.
Big district championship, though. That always helps the confidence a little bit, and something to work toward next year.
Yeah, sure is. This is their 14th straight trip to the regional tournament, which speaks well for that program.
Sure does. It's out that way for all the years. Bullitt East has kind of been the Bullitt County school that dominated.
There's 2 more for the Jaguars. It's Laney O'Connell. Valley and Whitefield in game 2. That's going to get an unfriendly roll from Kylie Downey. And we're under 2 minutes now. Becker sealed off.
Yeah, I'm not so sure where Becker was going with that one. Her head was a little bit down.
And Maggie Young applies the break. And a North Bullitt foul, so 2 free throws for the remnants of this 4th quarter.
Yeah, a little bit too much dribble by both Young and Becker that time, though. I thought they should have kicked it off and got it back, kicked it off, got it back. Got a little bit deep.
Nice form for Maggie Young. Young, 14 first half points. She's on her way to perhaps a season high. Had 19 versus Fern Creek earlier this year.
Yeah, she sits back and she lets the game come to her. She does a nice job. She's been a tremendous bright spot coming in, a good shot in the arm for these Jaguars. She's really helped them out and made them a lot better, and now she's part of that family for sure.
Got the roll that time too. So the Jaguars add 1 to the tally, and a 19-point margin. I think, Mark, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think really the way Mercy began this game was really so pivotal in this outcome.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, my gosh. They hit 6, 7, 8, 9 straight shots, started off with the 3 to begin. That's so deflating. And what really hurts is the Eagles style, they really want to slow you down, and they want to really control that tempo. So
nice move.
Yes, like I said, that young lady has great moves underneath. But, they really want to slow you down. And once you get down that far, you really can't play that way. So it completely takes you out of your defense. It takes you out of your offense. It just completely takes you out of everything. That's why great starts are so important for teams out there.
That timeout on the floor will remind you, outstanding Basketball coming up this week on Glycod tomorrow for the 7th Region Girls Semis. Manuel Ballard, a Sacred Heart Assumption. And then Friday night, a pair of boys semis with Trinity Manuel, St. X, and Ballard. What do you think about tomorrow night in those two games?
Tomorrow night in those two games, well, first of all, you have Sacred Heart playing. And, until somebody can prove different, they definitely are the class in the state. I know they got clipped up at Simon Kenton, but they have 3 really special players, and then they have some young ones and some other ones that fill in and know the roles really well. So it's going to be tough for anybody to take them out during this regional. But it can go either way. You never know. You got good teams in there. I believe we have Manuel. I have
Manuel and Ballard in game 1.
Ballard's on a dream season. Eric's done a great job out there, completely turned that program around. I don't know if they handle ball well enough, though, to handle the likes of somebody like Sacred Heart and the pressure defense. That would be a concern, the turnover bug. Manuel, Ashley's done a fantastic job at Manuel. She played at Western Kentucky, and they play hard. And anytime you play that hard and play that well on defense, anything can happen well for you. And we have Assumption. Assumption's got one of the best teams they've had in years and years and years. And, they opened up with Sacred Heart. So you just, Sacred Heart's been there and done that, and Assumption hasn't. So the nod goes to Sacred Heart.
Got another foul. And Mercy going to sit back and relax for a bit. They'll enjoy the outcome, win or lose, of the game 2 opponent between Whitefield and Valley.
Yeah, I think coaches might have them. They might stay at best, they may stay a quarter or so, and I think they'll be out of there because they know both those teams. I'd send them home and let them get rest over watching the ball game in stands.
Both teams going to empty their bench. That's great to see these young ladies that don't get a chance to play a whole lot to be able to play in a regional.
On a college court, in front of all the fans. And pretty good crowd tonight.
Really is.
Not bad at all. It will be interesting come Friday night, though, to see that 7th Region semifinal boys. No telling how they'll rock this place.
69-50 Mercy. So the Jaguars moving on. And North Bullitt with a lot of young players. Both teams, a lot of youth on the floor. And there's a foul on Dallas Zulu for Mercy. 5'10" freshman.
Foul number 31, Zulu. That's their first.
And a couple of free throws for this North Bullitt team. Their season's going to end, but certainly cannot hang their heads.
No, not at all. And they have a future. They have good players coming back, and that always makes you excited as a coach. And a couple of days, this will all go away, and they'll be excited for next year to come and summer ball and everything else to come up after that. Good job at the free throw line.
We'll round up Coach Cann here, potentially after the game, get some remarks from him, and then transition to game 2.
I think he may bring a player or two also, Chris.
That'd be great.
Gave him that opportunity. Zulu's living in the lane right now. I tell you what, I think she's going to be a good ball player, but she's probably in about 20 seconds.
There's a Mercy 3. Why not? That's Bergstrom. Madison Bergstrom, a freshman, and Mercy. A very impressive win tonight. 72-51.
I'm sure Madison's going to remember that shot.
So Mercy, a big winner tonight. And we'll see if we can dial up that last 3 as the Jaguars, only fitting, Mark, that it would end with a made 3-point field goal.
Well, absolutely, because they started with one, and then they followed with several others. I mean, I think halftime, what were they, 7 of 14 from the 3?
They were.
That never hurt. We'll see what they ended up for the game. But
more coverage from Valley High School right after this pause. You're watching 6th Region semifinal action on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Bullitt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
Back live at Valley High School in between games as North Bullitt falls to Mercy tonight, 72-51. Some final numbers to present to you. Brought to you by our partners at German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit check card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. And Mercy red hot from the floor, 9 of 22 from 3. And how about that exemplary foul shooting, 15 of 17, and out-rebounding North Bullitt as well. So there wasn't much that the Jaguars did not do well tonight as they move on for the 18th time this season. Jaguars with a win, and they will await the winner of Game 2 between Valley and Whitefield. We'll take a timeout. We're going to hopefully catch up with head coach Nick Cann. Mark Evans is waiting for Coach Cann, and we'll have that conversation and more coverage from Valley High School right after this.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets. Cuckoo Crusties.
There's no promo. It's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Bullitt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Back live at Valley High School in between games as Mercy again defeats North Bullitt 72-51. We'll have Whitefield and we'll have Valley in about 10 minutes. Some individual final scoring numbers in this game for Mercy led tonight. Maggie Young, season high 22 points. Lainey O'Connell on 4 of 5 shooting had 11 points alongside 7 rebounds. Abby Reitzel with 8 points. For North Bullitt, they were led by Nakiah Campbell, the 8th grader, 17 points tonight, just beneath her season high. Kylie Downey with 8, and 8th grader Taylor Bauer with 8 in what was a Mercy 72-51 win. Time now for your most outstanding player, presented by our partner at State Farm Insurance. That's the one and only Mike Shelton. Mike, a proud community partner here on Glycod, just a wonderful ambassador for all he does for high school athletics. And if you'd like a quote on home, auto, or life insurance, please give Mike a ring at 893-9255. Again, a huge thank you to our dear friend Mike Shelton of State Farm Insurance. Well, we kind of gave it away on the teaser. It's Nakiah Campbell, and for Mercy, it's Maggie Young. Maggie, 22 points, and a wonderful effort for her as she was outstanding from start to finish. And for North Bullitt, Nakiah Campbell. Yes, Campbell again finishing with 17 points. So we will take a timeout. We hope to catch up with our dear friend Nick Cann. If we don't, we're going to move on to game 2. He's on. He's got 2 minutes left before he comes up here. He get 2 minutes. He better hurry. We'll be back, and if he's not here, we're moving on. We'll be right back after this.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region,
German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Line Direct, not just blinds. Line Direct, not just blinds.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Let's check in with Mark Evans. He's with a couple of outstandingly happy student athletes.
All right, welcome back to Glycod. I have the pleasure of, actually in my time, I spent a lot of time at Mercy way back when as a coach and an AD. But now tonight I get the pleasure of talking to Laney O'Connell and Maggie Young. In just a few minutes we'll have to bring the coach on, the head coach. But anyway, ladies, tell me about that start tonight. My gosh, you want to start off and tell me a little bit about Laney? What did you all do to prepare to do something like that?
We do our shooting workout every day, get better and better, have competitions against each other, and it just makes us better players.
Yeah, well, I've watched you a couple times recently, and you sure didn't make it happen. All right, what about it? Tell us a little bit about it, Maggie.
Well, we had a plan, and we've been practicing, and we've been watching film. All of us watch film, like
not just sometimes during school. And then we go home after practice and we watch film, and we just want to get as ready as we can before the game.
Well, I mean, those iPads need to be really productive for something.
Right, yeah.
So you use them the right way. Yeah, I know your coach is very proud of you because he said you really bought in and watching your assignments and watching who you're guarding. And I'll tell you, you can tell. As far as the favorite word out there nowadays is connectiveness. Comment on your connectiveness as this team.
I mean, we just click. I mean, when someone needs help, we step over and help. I mean, it's just kind of a thing where it's not even having to know. It's just we play and practice and know, and it's just we all come together.
Yeah, what about it, Maggie?
Part of it. Yeah, coming in, I had to adjust a lot, but the past few weeks, everything has just really come together. We're playing the best we possibly can right now, and we hope to continue playing that way and just be aggressive all the time and give it all we got.
Well, you're doing a little bit better than just being aggressive out there with your defense. To be quite honest, you really are. Your defense is turning on your offense for you, but the bottom line is I watch your rotations. And you're well coached, like we were talking about earlier off the record. They have a very good player on that team that scores a bunch of points. But anyway, that's y'all shut her down. Yep. Coach, you want a few comments? I think we're about off there.
You hop on in there, Nick, for a quick comment.
Coach, great beginning. I mean, it was definitely a stat stuffer. Great shooting percentages. Killed him with your offense point. Killed him in every way pretty much possible as far as statistical. You won the rebound battle. You run the points off turnover battle. You won the off the bench battle, and you just shot the lights out. So what about that, Coach?
Hey, that's great. When you got good kids and good players who work hard and ready for the moment. And they come in and they perform, they make shots, and it's not always the same ones. It can be, we got different ones that can step up. That's what I told them in the locker room. We showed, we can win a lot of different ways right now. So we're just, it's been a lot of fun.
Well, it's very impressive, and as you know, I wish you the best of luck come Saturday, and I'll be here. I get to be part of that. So I look forward to it. And good luck and good talking to you, lady. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
Whitefield and Valley as we welcome you back. Should be a very interesting matchup, Mark.
Yeah, definitely so. I do believe Whitefield takes care of the ball a little bit better. But on the same token, Valley puts so much pressure on you. They press on mismakes and everything. They can turn you over. And I know by watching Whitefield, they can be turned over. So, we're going to have a real strange matchup tonight. But both of them like to run. I look for a great ball game. I think we're going to have a good one.
Dennis Williams being introduced, the alum of Valley High School. He's pretty much fulfilled every role you can imagine on this campus.
Yeah, and I really knew him. I kind of knew him from afar. He was a longtime assistant, Freddie Copus, a fantastic coach. And, Coach Williams was Coach of the Year by the Courier-Journal and Coach of the Year by the coaches this year. And I think he tied with a couple other coaches. But quite impressive job. Just very selfless, humble man. And, and Whitefield Wildcats are well coached by Glenn Walton also.
Whitefield 24-9 and Valley 27-5. Winner gets mercy Saturday at 6 for a right to play at the Central Bank Center in Rupp Arena.
Well, as you see, right off the bat, that Valley pressure turned them over.
And the Vikings, that's Celine Windling, will handle it back to the originator of this high-powered offense.
Yeah, 1-3-1 zone. That's really a smart play by Coach Waltham because honestly, the Vikings does not shoot the ball real well from the outside. So, it's going to be something that they'll have to deal with.
Riley Ring off the mark on that three, and there's Dixie Johnson to chase down the Valley rebound. And an overplay and deflection out of bounds. It'll stay Valley.
Well, they're in that 1-3-1. Let's look and see if they're not trapping out of it. I used to love the 1-3-1. You can use it for a lot of different things, but I love to trap corners out of it. Coach Forrest is a master at the 1-3-1 zone. When I went back to Mercy and left Oldham County, Coach Forrest came out and taught my kids how to really play it.
Is the key to running a 1-3-1 having just a great length up top, great athlete up top?
It sure doesn't hurt, and your other key is on the baseline. That's how you're going to play the 1-3-1. If you're not trapping out of it, that you play it a lot of different ways, but length always helps.
Got a foul on the three-point shooter as Whitfield's Gwynnie Franz will head to the foul line. Gwynnie leads the state of Kentucky in made threes. 137 made threes this year.
Wow.
So many storylines in this game. We've got a Whitfield team, of course, formerly Highview Baptist, started play 1989. They became Whitfield in 97. They've never even advanced to a regional final, much less a state tournament.
Well, I think Coach Walton deserves a lot of credit on that. He really worked the summertime, and he put together a little travel team, and kids stuck with them. At one time, really good athletes might go to Whitfield, but by the 9th grade, they might go to another high school, and he's been able to keep good players there, and it's really helped them out.
So Franz 1 of 3 from the foul line, and Valley will possess her. Leah Stinson. We'll talk so much about her tonight.
Absolutely. She's a very good player, but on the flip side of it, Noelle Smith is one of the better players in the region, and if not the best player in the region.
And a rebound chased down by Mia Broffett for Whitfield. Wildcats by 1, and there's Noelle Smith, the senior, and arcs it out of bounds for a turnover.
Yeah, Coach Williams, we talked a lot about his team, and he said, Mark, we're working on getting to be better shooters, but right now our goal is to get the most amount of shots and through turnovers and through our presses. And man, I love the way they play, and they read well. They play so much of them that they know how to read and look for opportunities for steals. They don't just stand back.
Well, Dixie Johnson just inside the arc, long again. She's 0 of 2 as Whitfield with a rebound.
Yeah, that 1-3-1 is giving them problems because a lot of times they like to just attack the basket, and it's tough to do against a 1-3-1.
Smith pitches it out. There's a Franz 3 that's off, and a rebound occupied by Miriam Cooper of Valley. And a miscue as well, turned over by Johnson.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I'd say you're going to see quite a few turnovers in this first half and throughout this ball game.
Celine Wendling ripped it away for Valley. Both teams looking for their first field goal. Johnson's not shy early and puts it in.
That's what the Vikings needed. They needed to get on the board and get it going.
Dixie Johnson made 3. Mia Broffett tries to respond to that. Off of the rebound, snatched down by Madeline Turner of Whitfield.
Yeah, you shoot those long threes. The defensive team's got to really get deep back because if not, they miss those long rebounds.
And Johnson chases it back in play, and Valley leading 3-1 early. And there's Leah Stinson, their all-time leading scorer.
She also sets the table and controls the pace. She's very smooth. She got a nice 3. She's also got a mid-range pull-up, and she is the glue. She makes them go. Very good ball player. I wouldn't want the ball in her hands only up 1 at the end of a ball game because she can sure beat you in the end.
Interception as Gwynnie Franz out with it for Whitfield. Whitefield a surprise winner on Monday, winning at Butler 61-58. Nice grab and go, and that shot's off from Noel Smith. Follow off as well. And loose ball scarfed up, back to Smith for a three. And another offensive rebound.
Yeah, Valley's turning on these deep shots, and they're running under the basket to get the rebound. But you got to remember, deep shots are deep rebounds, and they're bouncing over their heads and go right back to the Wildcats of Whitefield for multiple shots.
A couple of subs for Coach Williams as Valley.
Yeah, look for this ball to go to Noel Smith.
This would be the fourth opportunity to score for Whitefield. There's a three that's in for Mia Broffett.
Yeah, Mia Broffett can shoot the three. She only shoots 30%, but she shoots a lot of them, and she makes a lot of them. And that was a set inbounds play anyway.
Her 53rd made three of the year and a Valley turnover.
Yeah, we're 3-3 in the turnover department right now, and I'd say probably going to be some more to come.
Franz long with that three. Nice rebound. That's Jolie Payne that just checked in the game, 5'5" junior.
So far, the Wildcats are doing a great job in their transition defense. They're getting back quick, and that's going to be important for them.
Stetson short on that three. As Noel Smith arcs it in the corner. Franz again. And Valley scarfs out the rebound.
You know, that's a transition three with great rhythm. I mean, you want her taking that shot, no doubt about it. It eventually will start going down far as she gets into the flow of the game.
2:48 in this quarter.
Something else we might want to mention, too, you know, Valley plays on this court all the time, being a college court, and Whitefield does not, and sometimes it does affect a little bit of the depth perception.
Possession of Valley. Taking back in for Valley, number 1 at Windley. And for Whitefield,
Had two made field goals in this game, both threes. Dixie Johnson made one for Valley, and Mia Broffett countered for Whitefield.
Yeah, we've had a lot of shots go up, Chris. We just haven't had a lot go down at this point in time. Yeah, that was by Stinson. That's a little out of her character. I think she saw an opening on the drive left and just quick feet.
And a held ball again. This time the arrow will favor the Wildcats.
Yeah, saved them a turnover that time with the change of possession. No change.
Checking back in the game for Valley, number 23, Cooper. Shooting place of 12, Thompson.
As Whitefield inbound with 2:24 in a very low scoring first quarter.
Yeah, that was I'm not really sure, a 2-3 trap maybe, or a 2-2-1. I'm not really sure what that was, to be quite honest with you. And I'm not so sure that the Vikings knew what they were in anyway. But it gained a turnover, and that's what they were looking for. No matter. Staying with the 1-3-1. And that's Whitefield.
And a foul on the Wildcats.
Well, Whitefield turned the Vikings over and then turned it back over. So that's a trade-off that time.
Low scoring opening 6 minutes. Great defense, though, by Madeline Turner, 5'8" junior.
Yeah, excellent anticipation on the long inbound pass.
Weaving her way is Noel Smith.
Yeah, dribbling off high screens against this defense.
There's a corner three, off again. This was Madeline Turner that missed that one, and Noel Smith going to be called for a reach-in.
Yeah, that's a big foul. You know, I know Noel's not made a shot yet or anything, but she sure can. She, like I said, she's a very talented player.
So Whitefield by one.
Yeah, she's putting that baseline on that 1-3-1, which is sharp. She can get out there if need and get a steal.
Stolen away. Sloppy start, and possession will stay with the Wildcats.
Yeah, I hate to tell you, Chris, but I told you so. You know, watching both these teams play, they a little bit loose with the basketball. And then you add the excitement of the times, too. You know, it's a big game, big opportunity.
Great opportunity for both these teams, and you couple this with the outstanding effort that Mercy had in Game 1 as the Jaguars await the winner.
Yeah, they talk about stat stuffers. Stats for Mercy tonight was spectacular.
And a deflection out right underneath us near the Valley bench as Whitefield, fumbled in play by Profit right to Leah Stinson. Oh my, and then she compounds with a double dribble.
Yeah, I think Leah's a little bit tight. That was a pull-up jump shot for Leah, and that's usually money, and she's doing a lot of second-guessing herself. I think she's trying to get her teammates involved, but they're in a 1-2-2 trap, by the way, but it's she needs to take some control herself. I think they'd be better off.
Foul at the other end. That's the third team Valley foul.
Taking back in the game for Valley, 21 Russian. She replaces 23 Cooper.
Latter stages, opening quarter in a 4-3 start. Profit steers up a three and it rattles in.
Yeah, they look for her. She was on that inbounds as a three-point shooter, then she rolled up to the wing as a three-point shooter, and she's got a nice shot, and she can make multitudes of them.
Stolen away. Here's Profit, and out of bounds. Saved back in by Dixie Johnson. Deflected out, and it's going to stay Valley. Still just one field goal in the first 7.5 minutes. It occurred on a Dixie Johnson three-pointer.
We got a touchdown and a field goal, so.
Need a safety.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the old-school football games so far. 1-3-1 zone, trap,
and Johnson
turnover
on the sideline. 21 ticks in this opening quarter.
Well, we got 9 turnovers on the Viking side and 7 on the Wildcats, but you know, it's only the first quarter. I'm sure they're both going to settle down a little bit.
An important sequence here for Valley is they don't want to fall too much further behind. That's a runner that's going to be off. Johnson could not hang on to the rebound. Smith steers up a three. And another offensive rebound is Turner. The shot not off in time, and that's going to take us to the second quarter. Whitefield on top of Valley, 7-3. More coverage coming up in just a moment on Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
Whitefield on top of Valley, 7-3, as we welcome you back to Valley High School on Glycod. Second of 2 6th region semifinals. We'll be back here tomorrow for a pair of girls 7th region coverage starting at 5:30. See what Valley does, Mark, on defense to try to jumpstart their offense, if you will?
Well, they're pretty much helter-skelter, trap every possibility. They're in a 1-2-2, very, very active 1-2-2, looking to trap at all possibilities.
There's a three going to spin out, and the rebound by Jolie Payne. Leah Stinson been quiet thus far for Valley. She'll heave it up and off. And out off the baseline. Possession Vikings. Rather a possession Wildcats.
Yeah, well, you know, like we've already said, Leah Stinson is what is a motor that makes this particular Viking teams go, and I'd like to see her get a little bit assertive on the scoring end of it. Right now she's taking care of teammates, but I think they're going to need her offense tonight if they're going to be able to come out victorious. Screen at the top of that 1-2-2 right now.
Riley Ring dumps it down low as Smith cuts, lofts it up and off. And that's Payne's third rebound for Valley.
Yeah, that's an excellent cut, but you know something Valley's doing? They're not giving up second and third shots right now.
Leah Stinson steers a three, and it's in.
Yeah, I'd say that's right on call. You know, we're talking about she has to assert herself on the offensive end.
That's Stinson's 25th 100 career point. There's a three off the window, going to be misfired by Miriam Cooper.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him. You know, Stinson got the hot hand. Nice to see him have enough patience to the Vikings to reverse the ball and get it back in Stinson's hand so she can knock down another three.
That one's going to be well off from Gwenny Franz, and Dixie Johnson out with it for Valley. Up to 5, Leah Stinson.
Yeah, Valley's very small, but they're very aggressive, and they're getting in there and getting those defensive rebounds.
Dixie Johnson triggers a three. And a rebound on the backside by Jolie Payne. Oh my, and in backcourt for Miscue.
Yeah, those unforced errors kill you, especially when Stinson was wide open that time.
There you see Coach Glenn Wathen, his 6th season. This group, this program, they've won 20 straight now for 5 straight years.
Yeah, they're back. They're back in that 1-2-2, just scrambling around.
And an and one, basket plus a foul.
The goal by Smith is good. Fouls number 23, Cooper, their third, team third.
And offensive rebounds have been very prolific here in this first half for Whitefield.
Yeah, absolutely. They're shooting the deep three. And as we talked earlier, you know, I mean, basically the Vikings are scrambling around on defense, so they're all over the place. So they're not boxing out blocks in middle, shooting the deep three, and that means long rebounds, and Whitfield's able to gap them and get the ball back.
That's Miriam Cooper picking up her third foul. 5:38 in the first half. And a live on-ball turnover.
Yeah, the Vikings are really struggling with this 1-3-1 zone right now.
What's the adjustment that needs to be made?
Well, they need to spread it out. They need to have 2 on the top and 3 on the bottom. They need to have 1 in the baseline, and it's just quick ball reversal from right to left. And if they put the baseline player out right to left, then they'll get a 2-on-1 on the left side every single time, which also means they'll get an elbow shot every time, and that ought to be Stinson making that shot.
Stinson underneath to Johnson for 2.
Caught him sleeping that time. Weak side back of that 1-3 run, didn't drop to the block like she was supposed to do, and Stinson made him pay.
And a held ball. And it will be Vikings possession.
Right. So that's another turnover by Whitefield, and they've had multiple turnovers also. It's not just Valley turning the ball over in this particular game.
There you see the assist as Johnson picks up her 4th and 5th point. And a Valley basket here will be their first lead.
Yeah, well, right now I'd like to see them drop down to baseline. They would have 3 on the baseline and 2 on top. That's how you destroy this 1-3-1.
Dixie Johnson steering that long. Great effort in the corner by Madeline Turner. And we're going to have a Whitefield 30-second timeout. 1-point game from Valley High School Vikings basketball. We'll step aside and have more in just a moment.
The one way a good person goes to prison is to hurt or kill someone while driving drunk. Why would you throw your life away? John and I are asking you, please don't drink and drive.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GlyCod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from GlyCod.
Alongside former Mercy head coach Mark Evans, I'm Chris LeBar. Welcome back to Valley High School, second of two 6th region semifinals. Earlier tonight, Mercy defeated North Bullitt, and the Jaguars on after a 72-51 dispatching.
The Vikings are sticking with that high 1-2-2 trap. Got him another turnover, another opportunity on the offensive end. You know, as far as the Vikings go, as we said, they need to solve that 1-3-1, and they can do it with 2 guard top and 3 on the bottom, and really get some easy, good shots. For the Whitefield Wildcats, I think they need to move the ball a little bit more than they're doing. Reversal and trying to get the ball to Noel Smith a little bit through ball movement. Right now, it's a lot of quick shots, and it's not helping them any. She's got the ball on top at this point in time. There
Wonderful pass, grab and go, and Smith banks it in.
Yeah, that was a coach's call on the sidelines. That was a nice job there.
11-8, Whitefield back up by 3. Foul line extended, that rattles out from Celine Wendling, and the rebound by Holly Gillum of Whitefield. 24-9 coming in.
Yeah, the Vikes need to keep the pressure up. They need to keep playing like they're playing right now. It's going to be really important.
There's Jolie Payne. She's given this team a lift off the bench. 3 rebounds and causing a turnover and foul.
She always brings energy. She was a big piece of the game that they played against Moore the other night. She really stepped in off the bench and gave them a lot of spark, and actually scored quite a few. Against this 1-3-1, you can't be casual with the ball, that's for sure.
And a loose ball, and back over to Jolie Payne. Flings that long, and he'll ball the arrow this time in favor of the visitors.
Taking back the game for Whitefield, number 12, Brackett. She replaces number 2, Gideon.
As both teams bring a sub into the game.
She replaces 30, Payne.
Chris, I think we have a big few minutes here. You know, it's Valley's doing everything they can to get a score, but they're not able to. And as long as they are not able to get that to happen, then I think the advantage really goes to the Whitefield team.
There's another 3. This one rattles in for Gwenny Franz.
36% free throw shooter. She got a great catch on rhythm, great ball movement. That time they swung the ball. We talked about that a few minutes ago, that's something Whitefield needed to do, is swing the ball instead of one person first one down shooting the ball. And they did a nice job that time and created another turnover for the Vikings.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. This is a very pivotal sequence. This crowd here is just waiting to erupt. A wonderful home support for Valley, but they've not had much to cheer about.
Well, they dodged a big bullet on that one because same shooter, same spot, and good rhythm.
There's Dixie Johnson. Banks that long is, in a way, Mark Stinson, too maybe unselfish?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it. When Stinson first came in, Coach Williams told me that, he asked her to score. This year he's been real proud of her. He's trying to teach her how to be that leader and how to make everybody else better around. But there comes a particular time, as he talks, sometimes she's too unselfish. Right now is the time. She's really got to turn it on. And her teammates need to recognize it and get her the basketball, to be quite honest.
Whitefield starting to open it up. Franz again. Oh, he checks. She's made 3 of them. And a Valley timeout. The lead at 12 will step aside. Under 2 minutes left. We'll step aside, more coverage right after this.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Gwynnie Franz, 3 made threes, and just like that, you open your eyes, it's a 12-point lead.
Yeah, as we talked, just a few minutes ago, Chris, I said, for everything that the Vikings are doing, getting the ball back and turning the Whitefield Wildcats over and over and over, they weren't getting anything out of it, and I just had a feeling it wasn't going to be long before that Whitefield became Whitefield and they make those threes. And they've got great open looks against, they've solved that 1-2-2 right now, and Franz is tearing them up.
So Valley down 12, under 2 minutes. First half. Nice pass. Nice draw by Coach Williams, but Johnson couldn't connect. Follow goes.
Yeah, that's one of those deals where, once again, the weak side back's not dropping like they should. And so that was a nice pass there by Stinson to get an easy shot for him. And you got another turnover. You can't say the Vikings hadn't created a lot of opportunities for themselves. They just have to be able to make shots.
Well, 12-footer's going to go. That's Celine Windling.
Nice response by the team.
So the Vikings with 4 straight out of the timeout. And again, down here, not really been the problem for the Vikings, although Smith rattles one in.
Yeah. Smith has a nice pull-up. I mean, as I said earlier, she's a college player. She's that good.
There's a 3. That's going to be off from Leah Stinson, number 5, and the lead at 10. Yeah. Under a minute.
She needs to see more passes and shoot more of those. They'll fall eventually for her.
Franz again. And in backcourt. Wonderful effort to chase that down by Akia Thompson, and it rattled off.
Yeah,
Stetson puts it in.
Great job, great follow by Stetson. That's when that left hand would have came in handy for that layup, but it didn't happen, but Stetson cleaned it up.
Stetson with 5. And just like that, Noelle Smith in the lead at 11. Under 5 now, first half. Stetson at 2. And that's going to close the first half. Whitefield, a 25-14 lead. We'll step aside, more coverage right after this. Bless you.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue, Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue!
Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
Alongside former Mercy Academy head coach Mark Evans, I'm Chris LeBar, and welcome back to Valley High School halftime of semifinal number 2. Whitefield on top 25-14, and Gwenny Franz making those 3 threes really the difference scoring-wise in the first half.
Well, you're absolutely right, Chris. The threes are the difference. My main point of emphasis was, they've scored 18 points on threes already. And they've got a lot of open looks. If they've hit all these wide open looks in rhythm, it could even be worse than that, to be quite honest. The Lady Vikings are really, really working to try to keep it helter-skelter and this and that, and they're creating a lot of turnovers. But on their side of it, they're just not getting the ball in the basket. I really look for Stinson to come out this second half and really try to get more assertive. But the key there is when Stinson gives the ball up, because she's handling it coming down the court, she needs it back. And so her teammates need to recognize that she's a prime-time scorer, give her back the basketball and give her a chance.
Yeah,
so
Leah Stinson, only 6 field goal attempts in the first half.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just, and once again, her unselfishness, sometimes there's a reason why you're open. Needs to be maybe a little bit more discipline on the offensive end of getting the ball around. But, Coach Williams is a great coach. He knows exactly what he's in for. That's why he tries to create so many shots. But, right now I'd be talking in the locker room about, hey, ladies, let's reverse the ball. Let's move the ball. And let's remember, this kid can shoot it. When she gets in a good spot, let's try to give her the ball every once in a while. And I don't think it's selfishness or anything like that. I don't think it's that at all. I just think it's the excitement of the moment, and kids feel open. They're just going to shoot it.
What do you look for from defensive standpoint for Valley in terms of what they might do differently?
I don't think they can do anything differently except for extend their pressure. I think they can maybe push it up a little bit. He plays a lot of that 1-2-2. That is his base defense. You can play that on the ball and get quick traps. You can play that three-quarter court. You can drop it back and play it half. So you can play it in all different levels of the court. I think he's got to extend it up. And he might have to press on makes and misses and everything else from the get-go just to get some easy turnovers and some layups.
Halftime 25 for Whitefield, 14 for Valley. What's your halftime stats and more right after this timeout?
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Innovation is what allowed us to reach for the stars. And now, to reach for the ignition without changing your oil for what feels like forever. Introducing Oil Guard, a Ferris exclusive. This innovative Vanguard oil system lets you go 5 times longer between oil changes. Along with Ferris's patented suspension system, you'll cut faster, mow longer, and reduce maintenance.
You cannot depend on Carl to make peace with his seatbelt. Or on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup?
Or on Stephanie's perfect parking spot to stay perfect. But you can depend on their car starting because they have Interstate batteries. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
No change for the...
Back live as we had a premature start to the second half as we welcome you back.
Well, no change to the defense of the Wildcats. 1-3-1 zone. They've already created a turnover to start the second half, so they have possession now from the Vikings.
We'll see what adjustments are made for both teams as Whitefield 16 minutes away from their first ever trip to the 6th Region Championship game. There's a wide open three, and it's in again for Gwynnie Franz.
Well, that's the difference right now. Whitfield knows their hot shooter, and they're finding them, and the Vikings do not know their hot shooter. The best shooter they got shooting in the mid-30s from the three-point line, and only had 2 shots in the first half from the three-point line.
Franz with 13. That's the difference scoring-wise in this game as Whitfield by 1 at 28-14.
Yeah, I noticed a little frustration with Stinson that time on that. She trying to get that rebound, came over the back. they are extending. When you asked me what you thought they could do, they're extending up a little bit in their pressure. Now they're in a 3-quarter court, 1-2-2. But let's see what the back does for the Vikings. Are they going to come up and help? No, and then it doesn't work.
Franz again long as Payne could not chase down that rebound. And Whitefield, just a superior effort in terms of rebounding as Dixie Johnson in the passing lane, and Valley a badly needed bucket.
Yeah, they're picking up full now. 2-2-1 press, a little bit different. That's the first time we've seen it tonight. Trying to create turnovers. Valley will press in any way they can.
Out of bounds. It's going to be Valley balls. Take a look at your first half numbers. Presented by our partners at German American Bank. Support your community school with a German American School Spirit Check Card. Visit GermanAmerican.com for more information. Whitefield now with that last three has made 7 threes tonight and +4 on the backboard.
Yeah, and the threes have been the difference in the game without a doubt.
There's a three that's going to be well short, grazing the front of the rim for Miriam Cooper.
Well, to give you an example, when you look at this right off the bat, in the first half, Leah Stinson took 2 threes, and Dixie Johnson took 4 threes. Leah Stinson's shooting 34%, and Dixie shooting 20% from the three-point line. I'm not saying anything negative about anything other than the fact that your best shooters have to see the ball, especially now, and Stinson's got to be involved.
This Valley team certainly has the ability to score some points. They average almost 60 on the year. And a foul, an aggressive effort there. Miriam Cooper to the free throw line, so 2 early opportunities.
Yeah, this Valley Vikings team really, really goes hard. They think the world of their coach. He thinks the world of them, and they're going to run through walls. They might be behind on the scoreboard, but they're not going to quit playing. They're going to keep going hard to the boards, and they're going to do everything they can to scratch themselves back into this ball game.
Only an 11-point deficit as the free throw rims in for Cooper, 52% free throw shooter.
Well, they need some of their best defensive pressure right now. They need two or three turnovers with layups at the other end is what they need right this minute. They're in a one.
Oh, a foul on Cooper.
They're in one of the tightest 2-2-1s I've ever seen full court. That's what they were in.
Cooper now with 4 fouls as Valley picking up their second foul of this quarter, and they're going to bring back in Jolie Payne that has been a contributor off the bench for the Vikings.
Yeah, Cooper's a big loss. She averages 9 a game, 4 rebounds a game. And
back to Valley. You just get the sense, Mark, this crowd here is just waiting on something for Valley.
Well, they made a great effort to get kids out in the stands here, and they have them, and they're ready to erupt, like you said. They just have to be able to string a couple baskets together to get the field going and get the momentum. Right now, the pace and the tempo is perfect for Whitefield Wildcats.
Stinson steers in a big 3.
They need to start away from her. There's your second turnover.
Johnson.
They need one more. There you go.
Stinson do it again. It's rimming off, followed by Winling, rejected out. We're going the other way.
Well, that's a real bright spot, Chris, because that time they recognized. She knocked down a 3. They got a steal. Young lady could have taken a shot from the high top, but she kicked it to the corner for Stinson, and I would have made that pass every time. And Stinson missed it, but we're talking about that eruption. That could have almost done it there. They're right in there.
Whitefield timeout. We're back after this pause from Tech 24 on Glycod.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Tech 24, a commercial food service repair company. Find out how you can train for a rewarding career and earn top pay and benefits by visiting mytech24.com.
Touchdown lead for Whitefield, 28-21, 5:33 in this third quarter. That was a much-needed three for Leah Stinson.
Almost the second one. Like I said, they need to keep recognizing her when she's open because she could shoot them back into this basketball game, especially the way they're turning over the Wildcats with their defense.
Whitefield has had a comfortable 11 or 12-point lead. It's now at 7.
Handled it, but handled it barely. Handled that 1-2-2.
Here's Noelle Smith. And on top, it's Mia Broffitt. An open Franz three, not going to go. Chased down in the corner by Dixie as Dixie Johnson arcs it up to Stinson. Great pass for two more. It's going to go down.
As I said, you can kind of feel a change here, Chris. Another turnover nearly. The pressure that the Vikings are putting on is starting to pay off. The key is points off turnovers. Can the Vikings do it? Can they get those points off turnovers instead of just empty opportunities?
Agadius rushing her first field goal, and it's a 5-point difference, and Franz going to keep shooting.
Yeah, you know, she runs that corner most of the time. You got to get a hand in her face. I know that was transition or against the press, and that's tough to find, but got to do everything you can to find her when they do break her pressure.
And Franz going to tie up for a held ball. And it's going to Whitefield.
So we got a turnover on the Vikings on that one. Here they come again with the 1-2-2, and pretty nice job of breaking it, getting the ball to the middle, but almost a giveaway.
That one's going to be well long from Mia Broffitt as it's chased down on the sideline. Touched last by Gwenny Franz.
3 turnovers for the Wildcats. You know, this thing's far from over with. But it's going to take everything the Vikings have finishing shots to get it close going into that fourth quarter to really have a chance, I feel.
Stinson being shadowed by Madeline Turner.
Yeah, that's a problem when she has to be the primary ball handler. Is a lot of times when she gives it up, she don't get it back like then.
Boys, right on cue, Mark. It's dug out of there by Johnson. Funnels it back to Stinson. Celine Windling.
Windling had a great game the other night against Moore. She really did.
Oh my, foul on the closeout. That's Zakia Thompson that was clobbered. She's going to the foul line.
Smith, that's her third.
Only 4 prior free throw attempts on the year. As Valley.
Yeah, that was a tough foul. I mean, just ran out and kind of lost control of what she was doing, where she was at. But you never want to foul them. But if you're going to foul someone that doesn't make a lot of free throws.
Now she's only had, as I mentioned, 4 prior attempts. Now 2 of 5 from the foul line.
That was another time, though, Chris, that they were one pass away from getting Stinson back to basketball, but they took the quick shot. They got to recognize. It would be worth a timeout to just keep reminding them. Take the ball right, bring it back left, because honestly, the Eagles aren't really getting out there after Stinson.
And a missed opportunity for Valley. They almost fire on 3 free throws. Skip past Noelle Smith. Pitches up a 3 and in.
Yeah, Noelle can knock that down. She's really improved on her outside shot. A little mechanical, a little stiff, but still comes over the top well. And when she catches on rhythm, she'll knock it down.
And Valley just struggling on offense, and that's going to go down. That's a nice entry and conversion.
Came right over that right shoulder. I do believe I think she's left-handed, though, so I think that helped her on that shot.
And sophomore Taylon Harvey with the bucket. Well off the mark from Franz.
Expect to go right back to her. and it did.
Well, Franz got to have 14 or 15 field goal attempts tonight. Johnson driving the floor, and it squirts out of bounds.
Well, her percentage has not been great, but with this low-scoring game, it's enough to really set the difference in the two teams.
So a 9-point game.
Once again, staying with the still 1-2-2. And now they're using Smith to break it, and she's doing a very good job.
That's a great up and under by Riley Ring.
Yeah, they've kind of changed their philosophy, and they had Smith on the other end of that attack, and now they have her up on top, and she's tall enough and talented enough to look over that pressure. And she's passing before the traps come, and she's doing a good job. And they've settled. They've kind of figured that pressure out.
Back up to double figures. Should this score hold, Whitefield, Whitfield will get another crack at Mercy. They've lost to Jaguars twice this year by an average of 12.
Yeah, I saw the last game, and it was tight early, and Mercy hit a bunch of threes. So I look for it to be a close game, if that, in fact, is the game we have on Saturday.
10-point difference is Valley with possession in the half court. Windling well short with that one. Good effort, though, by Payne to trigger it back in. Windling drives, banked it in.
Yeah, she did that well the other night. She likes that little runner. I like her shooting the little runner a lot better than I like her shooting the three-pointer.
8-point Whitfield advantage. Johnson playing well tonight, deflects that pass. Franz triggers another one. And out of bounds to the Vikings for another crack.
She replaces 32 Rain, and for Valley 21 Russian.
Yeah, I think that tipped off the Vikings. I think Windling was trying to make her case, but she wasn't able to convince the officials. So, nope. Yep, that's exactly what you got. You're back to the Wildcats.
There's Smith around to Franz. Well, Franz going to heave one. There you go.
Yeah, she's lighting them up right now. Her percentage, once again, isn't great, but, one or two here or there in this low-scoring game is killer for the Vikings.
38-27, Stinson tries to respond. There's one.
Yeah, they want to come out of this alive. Ball needs to go see her about every time down the court.
Franz enters it in to Madeline Turner. Turner again now carving. Nice grab and conversion for Mia Broffett.
Yeah, very good job of knowing where everybody is on the floor, catching that little short pass and finding that baseline cutter. Good job.
Quick timeout. Be right back on Glycod.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the law offices of D. Camillus and Mattingly in Louisville. Our reputation is our trademark.
Under a minute now, the lead at 10 as Valley trying to sink it.
Let's see what this is. High screen coming off of looking inside. Great call play.
Harvey.
Great job.
Arcs it in.
Coach Williams, that was right out of that was special. It's a great play.
Good effort by Dixie Johnson as Valley trying to get on a little spurt to close the quarter, and Franz out on the baseline.
Well, they got the turnover out of a great hustle by the Wildcats to prevent a layup, but the Vikings get another crack at it right here before the quarter.
They might show that offensive set at the banquet. That was a wonderful sequence.
Beautiful play. Beautiful job of execution by the young ladies. Great call by the coach.
You get a basket here, things could be interesting.
That's what I'm saying. This is big.
In backcourt, and it's going to deflect off of the Vikings.
That's not knowing the rules very well on that one. That was a tip ball, and anyway, she could have went to backcourt anyway. She never had it, but that's no big deal. It's just
it was a Gaudius Russian that couldn't hang on to that.
Yeah, that was a freshman, and she just doesn't have the experience to know the rules.
Johnson again in the passing lane. There goes Dixie. With 5 seconds in a 2-possession game.
Yeah, she's really played aggressive tonight. She's done a great job.
6-point ball game, a 2-trip game, 8 minutes to settle the 6th region semifinal on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
4th quarter on tap in what is a 6-point Valley deficit. Vikings trying to get to the 6th region final for the first time since 1984.
Well, they're going to have to turn on right here. So far, they're on a little bit of a run. But so far, they haven't found the answer of finding where Franz is on the court, and Franz is really hurting them. Train 3s for 2s doesn't work out too well.
Stetson, the extra pass, and it's a 3 for Cooper.
Yeah, boy, talk about those fans. Starting to hear them now a little bit, Chris. 40-37 game.
How about the extra pass from Stinson to find a teammate in the corner, and Miriam Cooper was wide open for the big one.
Yeah, Stinson's so unselfish. That's why this team seems to like each other so much. They take care of each other. I know I've been talking a lot about Stinson getting shots, and I still will talk about that because she needs them because she's a very good shooter, but, it's cool how she trusts her teammates.
And Whitefield staring at a little bit of adversity for the first time. They've led this entire game.
They might need a timeout. Whitfield could probably use a timeout right now just to settle, run a set play and get a score.
Profit skips it back to Franz. That's great extra pass in the corner. Profit arcs it in.
All credit goes to Whitefield. That was just great composure and made all the right plays.
That one's going to rattle off from Miriam Cooper.
Been a nice time for the Vikings to take a charge that time on Smith coming through the lane. But
Franz tries another. She's missed last couple from out there. And out of bounds going to be Valley ball.
I'd hate to say, though, I think continue to let her shoot wide open shots on long skips could end up fatal. This is everything for the Vikings right here. They had it to 3. This is where they have to make some plays. They just, they call them winning plays. That's the new U of L stuff, but they have to make some plays on both ends of the court.
Well, there's one for Stetson.
There's one.
And a Valley timeout.
Yeah, excellent job of Coach Williams. I think he's basically going to remind them, girls, you're busting your tails, but we got to stop them on that end. We have to stay in control. We have to follow our game plan. And if we do that, we have a shot.
Gonna keep things here. Stinson scarfed up that rebound, put it back as the Vikings inside their huddle. We'll remind you more high school basketball coming up tomorrow from the 6th region. A great doubleheader. Girls action 7th region with tip-off at 5:30. We'll have Manuel Ballard followed by Sacred Heart and Assumption, and then another set on Friday from the 7th. A lot of games here in the next 4 days. I believe 18 games on the platform from Region 6, 7, 8, and the 11th in Lexington.
Well, if you love basketball, there's no better time right now. And if you can't get out here, I know some people think it's a little ways out. All you got to do is watch Glycod. You know, heck, I go home at night and watch replays of other games. So if you're a basketball junkie, now's the time, and Glycod's the place.
So grateful for the folks here at Valley High School as well as the Jefferson County Public School athletic directors for the opportunity to stream these games here for the postseason.
Well, Shane's the AD out here, and he's been golden. He really gets it. He's great with the student body, and he's been great with us.
And a foul, first foul for either team this quarter. It's on Dixie Johnson.
Once again, like I said, this is really, really, I mean, I know it's probably an understatement, but this is pivotal time right here. You know, if the Vikings could find a way to get a lead, all things change.
There's Gwenny Franz finding Noelle Smith, and Smith also very unselfish with the ball.
Oh, yeah. Once again, probably needs to be more selfish, and I don't mean selfish, but needs to look for a shot a little bit.
Profit hooks it in the lane. Nice take up by Riley Ring. It's long, and Dixie Johnson first to that loose ball for Valley.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Riley. Didn't go down, but it was a very nice move.
Oh my, live ball turnover, scarfed up by Madeline Turner.
Yeah, this is where the Vikings have to play really close to the vest, and they can't have all those turnovers.
Noelle Smith wide right with that one, and Valley had an opportunity, but I think Johnson could not see the path ahead. It will be a deflection out.
Well, that's why you have to catch and get your head up. We always said steal, look, pass. As soon as you catch the ball, you look up court. You got runners that throw the ball out in front and go get it. That's probably why we ran the court pretty good back in the day.
Boy, that's well said, Mark.
1-3-1 defense, guys. 1-3-1 defense. Been really great tonight for the Eagles.
Dixie Johnson in the corner.
I mean, Wildcats.
Nearly rammed it in off the window. And Noelle Smith out with it.
Well, I think things have really turned around this second half for the...
How about Johnson? She's been all over the floor defensively.
Yes, she has.
Stinson runs under it, and the ball scarfed up as it dribbles off of Franz's foot.
Yeah, this is when Valley has to be real special. They just can't have all these turnovers.
There's a three going to spin out, and Johnson again on the backboard.
Great move.
Leah for... Oh, no.
Man. Boy, I would love to have seen that left hand that time on that left side.
Oh, could that loom large?
Well, and she did a great hesitation. She put the defense to sleep, stood them up, and then a blow by. More defense. Here you go.
Leah Stinson.
To make up for it.
And a common foul called. I think the official for a moment there may have had a gander about an intentional as Leah going to the line for two.
No, I think it was a clean play. Like we talked before, these are excellent officials. And, they all about ball, all lower. Just try to strip her on her hands is what you teach. And it's big. Stinson making up her late missed layup right here when she makes these two free throws.
Now, Valley's not been within 4 since very early, mid-first quarter.
Yeah, they had it to 3, I do believe, one time.
Oh, you're right about that.
Yeah, right. I think it's 40-37, and then they did what they're doing here. They're making turnovers and missing shots.
Got a Valley timeout that will leave them with 2. Leah Stinson for a free throw right after this timeout on Glycod.
Go ahead. Pour it on. as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. Serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycon.
One more Leah Stinson free throw coming up as the lead for Whitefield at 4.
Well, I think that was a catch-your-breath timeout by Coach Williams. Once again, he's trying to refocus his kids. He knows Leah's a better free throw shooter than what she just shot. And he's giving them a big break and a little bit of a rest so they could come out and put that pressure on and maybe flip the switch on this game. You know, they've been so close. But boy, the last 3-4 times down, they just have not been productive, and that's killed them.
So Stinson, one more free throw.
I look for a 1-2-2 almost on the ball. They'll stay in the press. They won't get out here.
And Stinson along with that one too. Johnson just playing her guts out tonight, and there's a turnover.
Johnson's been the difference maker without a doubt. I mean, she never gives up. She's a back-tipping nightmare for a team.
Stinson cradles and connects.
Yes, sir. Once again,
there's
another
look, Mark,
one.
we got a steal and a foul. I didn't know if you saw that.
Yeah, we do. You know, we keep talking. You know, I guarantee that the Wildcats are feeling this pressure right now. Fans are picking up for Valley. Not that Whitfield doesn't have a great ball, and they had a good one the other night. But, man, she'll make these 2 free throws, I do believe. Yep. Sometimes when you're short like that on this big court means that you busted your toe all night and you're losing your legs a little bit. But she's got to get her shooting rhythm right here. She's got to make free throws.
Yeah, Leah missed her last 3. There you go. 1 point Whitefield lead. Winner gets Mercy Saturday at 6 o'clock. The winner of that's moving on to the Sweet 16. There's Noelle Smith, the security blanket. Oh, left it short. Out of bounds, Valley.
Well, you know, honestly, Whitefield dodged a bullet. There were steps before that play before the ball ever went to Noelle, and they missed that call. But they're just scrapping. You know, this Viking team, they just fight. But once again, fighting's not enough. They got to be able to score.
For the lead, that's going to spin out from Miriam Cooper, and a foul on Valley.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen that ball swung back to Stinson up there on that high wing. Here they come again. They're going full court man pressure, looks like.
Oh, there's Dixie Johnson with the theft. Pass underneath. Valley's got the lead. Agadius Russian.
What a comeback. They still got a lot of game, though, to go. They still got to continue to turn them over. There you go. Beautiful play.
Oh, my. Yeah. Turning down a shot was Madeline Turner.
Yeah. Wide open.
And that's wonderfully executed play. Riley Ring gives Whitefield the lead.
Well, give Whitefield a lot of credit. They didn't lose their cool. They kept their cool. Good ball reversal. Did force the early shot and got a wide open layup. They caught the Valley Vikings scrambling a lot. They didn't know where they were on defense. Here's big. Might be worth a timeout by the coach.
Dixie Johnson long with that 3.
Yeah. This should be Stinson offensive time, to be honest with you, if they want to win the ball game.
There's Noelle Smith at 158. Smith skips it out. There's
big
an open 3. That's off, rebound up and in. It rattles in for Riley Ring.
Yeah, that was a tough one. That second shot was a bad one. Good job by Ring hanging with it and making a big play.
Boy, this is a big trip up the mountain for Valley.
Very much so. Swing it back. Like see Stinson. Nope.
And Valley with a compounding error. Oh my, and an and one is Whitefield on a 6-0 gallop.
Well, you know, what a reaction from the Whitefield Wildcats. I mean, things looked bad. The fans were not behind them, and they were cool and calm and righted the ship within 3 times up and down the court. Just a fantastic job of composure, making the extra pass, and getting an offensive rebound putback.
Oh my, that's wide right.
Yes, it was.
Still a 2-possession game, and Whitefield going to set something up on defense. They'll take a timeout. We'll be right back after this. Whitefield by 5 on Glycod.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod.
5-point Whitefield lead as we welcome you back. Valley basketball out of a Wildcat timeout.
Chris, I think so many times, you know, teams come from behind like the Vikings did. Once they do catch up and get ahead, they take that breath like everything's wonderful, and then they break down a little bit, and I think that's what you've seen. Plus, once again, just give the Wildcats a lot of credit for keeping their cool.
Leah Stinson around, Dixie Johnson. There's Johnson in the lane, no. Elbow jumper, not gonna go. As the shot off the mark from Miriam Cooper. And Johnson called for the foul.
I tell you what, people talk about having an unbelievable motor. Johnson does. She's also in fantastic condition because I've never seen. I mean, she never stops.
No, she doesn't.
She's end to end, and she back tips. She does everything. She never stops trying. She's fantastic effort by that young lady. The entire ball game.
Under a minute left. Valley with 4 team fouls.
Pretty nifty footwork that time by Noel Smith.
Not sure they needed that, and that's off from Franz.
No, but I think Franz has the neon green light, or at least she thinks she does.
Going to be out of bounds underneath to Whitefield on the possession arrow.
Drop back into, no, they're back into their trap. They're going to have to pick it up and foul a little bit now, looks like.
Well, this is certainly where the rule change last year really hampers.
Or 2 years, yeah. I do not like the rule change. I never will. I think within about 3 minutes left in the game, if you're up by 6, you're going to win the ball game. It takes a tremendous amount of coaching out of it. You know, the old days, you could pick bad free throw shooters, so you didn't reward them with 2 shots. You can't do that anymore.
Yeah, clock's going to dribble out, expire, and Whitefield's moving on. 49-44 over Valley.
Well, unbelievable effort by both teams, and this Valley, you have to feel for them tonight at the ending. You have to give a lot of credit to the Wildcats, but you know, I tell you what, it was great effort. A lot of turnovers, a lot of missed shots, but just tremendous effort. You know, you rank things on kids going all in. Both teams went all in.
5-point Whitefield win over Valley. Our post-game report on the way back from Glycod.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Check it. Ooh. Oh, no.
Need a better battery? Get an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Should have had an Interstate.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville. Blunt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
That was your start, man. Try away.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by the Army National Guard. Protect what matters most to you. Visit your nearest National Guard recruiter or nationalguard.com.
Let's take a look at your final numbers tonight, presented by our partners at German American Bank. So glad to have German American Bank as our proud financial partner here on Glycon. The final numbers, and Valley, a 5-point loss and a 3-point shooting mark, just so pivotal in this game.
Well, I would say it was a great percentage by the Whitefield Academy Lady Wildcats, but the bottom line is they shot often from the three, and they made enough to make the big difference. You look at three-pointers, it was 33-15 in Whitfield's favor just from the three-point line, and that's something that the Vikings just could not overcome.
Got a leading score for Whitefield on 6 of 24 from the floor. 6 of 23 three-point field goals was Granny Franz. Gwenny with 19 points. Noelle Smith with 12 points. Mia Broffett with 11. For Valley, Leah Stinson finishes with 16 points, 7 rebounds. And Dixie Johnson, a double-double, 11 points, 10 boards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like you said, Chris, it's It was a game of three-pointers. I mean, that's you live and die by the three, and when you shoot that many, and Whitefield lived by the three tonight, and it paid off for him. Almost everything else was really a wash. Turnovers were about the same, rebounding was about the same, offensive rebounding same. So the difference was points off turnovers. Valley actually, that kept them in the game 26-16. That was big. Points in the paint, Valley owned that too, 20-12. They were so scrappy, but when it's all said and done, you got to put the ball in the basket. Whitefield was able to do that, and I thought the big pat on the back for me for the Whitefield Academy Lady Wildcats was when Valley came all the way back and got that lead, and they took a breath. The next thing you know, they're back down by 6 because really Whitefield did everything right. They made the extra pass. They got the nice shot. When they didn't make the shot, they got the rebound put back. They did it all right, when it counted the most, and that's a mark of a very good team and a well-coached team.
Timeout after this. We will be back with our most outstanding players. Have that for you in just a minute on Glycod.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a cider ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is offering great career opportunities for plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. They're seeking highly skilled and trained workers with or without experience. Incentives include debt-free education, employer-funded benefits, apprenticeship that comes with employment, and high starting wages. If you're ready to accelerate your career or just want a fresh start, UA Local 502 could be for you. Contact them at 502-361-8492. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Bullitt Dental Group is a high-quality, family-owned dental practice. We are committed to educating our patients, as well as investing in the latest technology to provide more efficient dental care. Our team of licensed dentists and hygienists includes 2010 Male High graduate Tyler Blunt, located in the heart of Linden at 8013 New LaGrange Road, Suite 6. For an appointment, call 502-425-7068 or go online at bluntdentalgroup.com. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles.
Blind Direct, not just blinds. Blind Direct, not just blinds.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by the Kentucky Army National Guard. Serve your country while going to school or work full-time. Find your fit at nationalguard.com.
Time now for your most outstanding players, presented by State Farm Insurance agent Mike Shelton. Mike, a proud community partner on Glycod, and we thank him, as always, for his great support of high school athletics. And we'll start with the most outstanding player tonight for Whitefield, and you can't go wrong when you score 19 points and make a lot of three-point shots.
Well, and also had 6 rebounds and, a couple assists, so she was a real deal. She did a lot of good things, and her teammates found her, and she did take a lot of shots, but by God, she knocked them down, and when she knocked them down, they were difference makers. So Gwenny France is our MVP for the night,
And Leah Stinson finished with, how many did she finish with, Mark?
She finished with 16 and 7 total rebounds. And, she sets the table for him. A lot of times she's so unselfish. She gives it up. She doesn't quite get it back. But I think, she definitely is our girl tonight. But, we have to mention Johnson. That young lady, she was all over the place. If you rated it on just pure hustle, she was a difference maker. No telling how many deflections and turnovers that she really created tonight.
And as always, again, thanks to Mike Shelton. There's Mike's contact information. If you like some information on home, auto, or life insurance, you can contact him at 502-893-9255. Mike Shelton, State Farm Insurance. So the successful season for Valley comes to a close. They will wrap up 2024-25 at 27-6, where Whitefield improves to 25-9. It'll be Whitefield and Mercy coming up Saturday, 6 o'clock, for the 6th Region Championship. How do you handicap that game, Mark?
Well, it's always scary when you play a team multiple times and you're on top. Mercy had been able to handle them twice. The last game was extremely dicey. I was in the stands, and that was the district finals. I think it's a flip of the coin. I think that Mercy's if they continue to shoot the ball well, and if Whitefield continues to turn the ball over as much as they have been lately, it could be tough for Whitefield, to be honest. But I think it's a dangerous. It could go either way.
That'll do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for watching on Glycod. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and share as well, as we provide the best and most positive representation for high school athletics in Kentucky. Again, the final score, Whitefield 49, Valley 44, Mercy a big win earlier as well. For our great crew, including camera operator Max Gorley, executive producer Steve Bird, assistant Jeff Cooper, and analyst Mark Evans, I'm Chris LaBar. Good night from Valley High School. You've been watching 6th Region semifinal action on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank. Building our community together.
People want to define Gen Z, but that's our job.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
That was your time, man.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Line Direct, not just blinds. Line Direct, not just blinds.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
If a drunk driver hurts or kills someone, the bar or restaurant that overserved that person is jointly responsible. I'm attorney John D. Camillus, and Rob and I hold restaurants and bars accountable. Let me speak directly to bar managers and bartenders. Be a frontline hero. Have the courage to cut someone off. If you've been in an accident with a drunk driver, call us. Our reputation is our trademark.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night from Glycod. From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502, they do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. The Army National Guard, where the next greatest generation is now. German American Bank, building our community together. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. IBEW Local 369, power up your potential. Blunt Dental Group, straightforward smiles. State Farm Insurance Agent Mike Shelton. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And Holy Smokes Barbecue.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.